Hello, everyone, and welcome to what is sure to be a fabulous Tuesday.
I have no doubt.
I am really excited. It's been 3 or 4 weeks since we've had Flesh and Blood on the stream, and I've been missing it. This is a game I'm absolutely obsessed with. We talked about it on the Covenant cast this past week. We're doing a weekly podcast if you're unfamiliar. And this coming week, we're talking with James, who's the founder of Legend Story Studios, who makes the Flesh and Blood TCG, a game I can't get out of my mind. And what's exciting to me about this week is the fact that not only is it back, but on Friday, the first print run of Welcome to Rathe, the first set Unlimited, which is not the Alpha First Edition, was released. So I got my case in. I have the rest of the boxes over here on the ground.
Case of 4 boxes?
4 boxes.
Case makes it sound more impressive.
Than a box?
Yeah, 4 boxes?
I got a case of boxes.
4 boxes.
I got a case of these things. So I'm super excited. Sealed is easily my favorite way to play almost any card game I've ever played. So having
Don't steal my lines.
Oh, sorry. Having product to be able to play sealed with, I'm super excited about, and I'm just ready to crack into the packs. But before we do that, you got any? You had something? I don't want to steal any more of your thunder.
No, yeah. I'm the person who likes sealed. Thank you very much. There can only be one on the stream, and you get more than that, and we'll never play constructed.
You play dibs on it. I also love constructed, but part of it is
it's mini constructed.
We did a long streams where we were playing Blitz, which is kind of a 2/3 constructed almost. But when I actually started putting together on the DB the various a full deck list, it was I don't have enough cards. Yeah. So we get to play sealed now, but that's also going to give us more cards. Hopefully, cross my fingers, and hopefully singles will be a little easier to get. Some of the stuff, like Enlightened Strike,
everything's gone insane.
Well, you can't. We didn't open any in my original case, and I can't get any.
Yeah, and Command and Conquer, too.
Yeah,
we need Command and Conquer real bad.
There's a few.
Give me that Command and Conquer.
The last stream we did, I actually built Shiana, the shapeshifter, and she wants all the specialization cards. And so even just in Blitz, there were cards I didn't have. I ended up ordering a couple singles, like the Teklo Foundry, which is not the equipment, but it's a card that you can play that's I literally hadn't seen before.
I've never seen it.
So there's still cards I haven't seen. So I'm excited to play sealed, but also we're on the lookout for specialization. And I would, of course, take Legendary and Fabled cards. Obviously, Heart of Fandel would be great. But really, I'm after a lot of the super rares and majestics, like the ones that the Enlightened Strikes and the Command and Conquers. And
those would be super fun to build with. And I'm also looking for a good time. How is everybody doing out there? I saw Lights Over Arkham there. Let me see what you said. Northern Lights Over Arkham. I decided to check out the stream while editing my In Too Deep video. That scenario is interesting.
Nice.
Little Arkham crossover. We welcome everybody here on the stream. Of course, if you don't know, we stream Arkham also every Friday. Champions every Monday. Ashes and Sky Tear on Wednesdays and Tuesdays. We throw back on Thursdays. We got Crisis Protocol in the mix. It's just it's a pretty good time for the space.
We're loaded up.
We're in a really good pocket here.
Absolutely.
Just want to say hello to everybody. Hi, welcome. I know that it might be your first time here on the stream for Flesh and Blood because this game has been going through a pretty tremendous kind of popularity explosion here. Things that have happened, it got added to TCG Player, which is a big indicator. It's a big deal. Channel Fireball picked it up. Of course, we've been on it for a while. Alpha Investments Reed's been on it for a while. And I think also, you probably we saw EU distribution start happening.
Unlimited was the first time. So they literally, I think a week or two ago, for the first time ever, had domestic products.
So welcome to all of Europe. We're glad to have you watching here. Look at your gaming. Good to see you as always. Thomas Morton as well. I chatted with you on community here, or you did, Zach, I think recently. Thomas Morton on community.
Yeah.
I just reviewed the thread this morning.
Nice. Yeah, you can text us.
Zach's not saying dirty things quite yet.
we haven't jumped that shark yet. Yeah. A few questions coming in. Side note, this number's up on the screen. You can text us, and that's a way for us to communicate outside of social media and stuff. We're kind of slowly making our way, hopefully eventually away from that stuff. But that's a good way to interact with us and communicate and also stay updated. But Aaron's saying, when will Unlimited be back in stock? And John is asking updates on when pre-order boxes will be shipping. So a few things. If you pre-ordered already from us, particularly if you pre-ordered set 1, it's already shipped, unless you ordered a bundle, which is set 1 and set 2, or your pre-order had set 1 and set 2 in it. Set 2, Arcane Rising Unlimited, is set to come out in the United States on the 20th, thereabouts. So if you have a bundle or you pre-order with both of those in the same order, that's when those will be shipping, when we get those in stock. Also, if you want product, so Welcome to Rathe, Arcane Rising Unlimited, Crucible War, even First Edition, those products are on our website. You can sign up for a wait list. A little bird tells me that we might be getting some more Arcane Rising Unlimited in soon, available for pre-order, and we also might have more Crucible War in one form or another in the not so distant future.
But what about Monarch?
What's a Monarch?
How in the world would I get the next set?
Is that a butterfly thing?
I don't understand. It's coming out in February. Apparently, it's going to be great. It's a new kind of flesh and blood set. Are there going to be new classes? Don't know. Are they going to explore? Are we going to see more like Twinning Blade style weird?
I hope so.
Custom
The
crazy
Twinning Blade double thing is like one of my favorite things in the game. I want to mention, I actually recorded a podcast with James.
Thomas Morton's on it. Subscriptions. That's what I was
He's
saying.
there. Hey, go ahead.
How's it going?
I was going to say before, I'll build up to your point. I'll let you take it back over. I did a podcast with James, and we had a weird audio issue. But what I will say is that in that interview, he was saying that basically Monarch is the magnum opus. Like
already,
it was the kind of, it's like they're literally, the plan was to get to this big moment in the game, and it's going to be insane and awesome both in the lore and the game itself. And he was just super proud of this product. We're talking to him on the podcast this week, so I'm sure we'll hear those things again.
I'm so excited
but he has yet to tell me something that didn't end up being true when we were, you know what I mean, like even like predicting.
So a truth teller,
an honest person. It's like a deliverer.
The things he speculates on happen.
Yes. So I have no doubts. That's honestly, for the way the game's been growing, which we talked a lot about on the podcast the past week. Monarch is a big moment for the game. We have news that there's a potential vaccine in the works for Corona, so it's looking like some point in 2021 things might be going a little bit more back to normal. That set's supposed to come out in March. Massive. It's a new like draft and sealed style set. It's supposed to be a big set, and it's supposed to be fantastic.
Well, you can't call something Monarch and have it be underwhelming.
I agree with that. So how can you get said Monarch?
Well, so we do have a subscription service, something we've been running for many years now across many different kinds of games. Started with the LCGs and have done collectibles as well. Pokemon being one that we're currently doing, as well as Flesh and Blood. Did Star Wars Destiny there for a while, as long as it was around. And the long and short of it is you click a button on our website, and it costs you nothing, and then you're basically guaranteed to get as many boxes as you want of that set. We charge you about 2 weeks before those boxes are set to release, so on their release date. So if you're going to release on February 14th, we're going to charge you around February 1st. Charge goes through, you get an email that say, hey, everything's processed, subscription's good to go. Then it all gets boxed up and shipped to you, usually a couple of days before the release date itself. Whatever the USPS estimates say to kind of get us a good chance of getting the product to you on its actual release day. I believe we're the only people that do it like that.
With a 0% chance that we accidentally break street days.
0% chance that we break. Well, there's always a 1%, I suppose, if it just shoots right across the world.
It would have to be miraculous.
But yeah, so it's just like, it's our solution to what we didn't like, which was pre-ordering all the time for expandable games that we had to keep up with forever. You just click a button and say, I want all the products for this when they come out, and then we send it to you, and if you want to stop getting them, you cancel it. And it costs you nothing, no fees, no contracts, no nothing. It's just the on-off switch.
And you get the promo.
I'm surprised you didn't say that earlier, Zach. There's also an exclusive promo.
You were the one going here. I'm not trying to steal your mortar.
On the screen, you see... the first one. This was for our Crucible of War subscribers. Promotional full art rainbow foil scarf for a Scar Red. Beautiful card. I'm not lying. These things are selling for like $1 million.
That's not true. But they're several $100s each, which is crazy.
So if you were on Crucible of War, cash in the chips if you want to, or hold it. It's insane right now with the game.
I'm holding on to mine tight.
All indicators point to a long and hopefully prosperous future for this game. Can it rise to the big three? Can it beat some of the big three? Can it
become the big one?
Can it be the one that fills the vacuum that Magic seems to be leaving more and more every day? We shall see. But all of that to say, Monarch will have an exclusive promo as well. Our subscription service is the only way to get these cards. And this one will actually be from the set of Monarch.
I can't wait to see it.
When it happens.
I can't wait to see the set. I also can't wait to see the promo.
I can't wait to see anything.
There were a lot of questions coming in.
I want to see it all.
Someone again asking when the unlimited bundles are going to be shipping. So I would expect it to be sometime mid to late next week. When I think next Friday is when Arcane Rising Unlimited's due out. But it'll be out as soon as we can legally get it and ship it. That's when that's going to be happening. And someone also asked if we thought if they had to pick one, Ashes or Flesh and Blood, what would you do?
Oof.
I mean, I think those are both great games. The big thing is Ashes compared to Flesh and Blood, like the cost difference to play these games is
High.
a chasm. Like it's a massive difference. So like Ashes is $30 every 3 months, which is a super affordable way to play a card game. And if you're into collectible games and sealed and draft and collecting and all that kind of stuff,
investment, like in because that is the other thing, right? So like all this collectible stuff is it costs a lot, but presumably if you want to get out, you can sell it for the same or more. I mean, that's kind of the hopeful promise of a collectible game. You look at the Black Lotus is for Magic, for instance.
Yeah, whereas Ashes, once you've opened and used a product, it's really you're gonna make less because someone could buy it new.
It's more like a board game in that way. So if you want the LCG thing, Ashes is about as good as it gets. And if you want the collectible thing, Flesh and Blood is hugely recommended from us. Yeah.
This is a good question from Joshua Hogan saying, do you guys have any alpha and first edition that you're holding on to? No, we don't. So that's not really the game we play. You know, we had boxes of Crucible War after it was sold out everywhere else, and we kept charging MSRP because we just didn't feel comfortable. You know,
we just don't do it.
Playing that side of the market. So we get it, we ship it, we open it. I bought, you know, the product that I bought that I have that's all first edition. But other than that, no, we're not sitting on a stockpile so we can make, you know, sell $1,000 boxes at some point.
You made that Bugatti trade though, personally. So good. Also, Necrotoaster94 said, I used your subscription model for Arkham LCG and it's excellent. Can't say enough good stuff about it. So these are real people that are using the service. So if you're on the fence about it,
Daniel Pemberton,
feel free to jump in.
On chat, previous local. Hope you're doing well, Daniel. Hope the move went well. But saying Monarch's the first set of any game that I'm ordering an entire case for up front.
Very nice, Daniel.
That's awesome.
Very cool. As individuals, Joshua, no, I'm not touching. I don't own any Flesh and Blood product. Zach is the puller of strings on that. Actually, I'm just here to play. And
you know what? I do technically have some first edition left.
Let's crack it open.
Because I have enough for us each to do one more draft from those.
Let's do it in 10 years when those packs are worth $1 billion.
But no, I'm not sitting on boxes to sell. I do have stuff from first edition that I haven't sold. Like technically, I think I could sell my Vandal Spring Tunic for a pretty penny at this point. Yeah. And if I get one in my Unlimited here, I'm gonna have to make that choice. Yeah. It's actually interesting.
You're going to split it with me for all the great company I've given you over the course of our playing.
That sounds about right. Yeah. But it's kind of
Solomon on it. Cut the card in half. Let's see who gets it.
It's kind of interesting because I have all the legendaries from the first set. So really, I mean, if I got Heart of Fandel, I don't know what I would do, if I would keep it or not. Unlimited is easier to keep because it's not going for as much. But I'm hoping we get some L's in here that I can trade eventually for Arcane Rising L's that I don't have.
Right.
But
that's part of the game, though. You love that part of the game. That's why that's why you do it. I mean, that's why you're the guy for this.
Zach McGaw's got it right. He said, if you like their subscriptions, leave some reviews. So we've been saying that recently. Have been having a lot of awesome reviews come through. But those are super helpful for people that haven't interacted with us or haven't ever subscribed or been a part of what we're doing. So if you have any thoughts on our subscription service, if you've been using it, good or bad, ups and downs, leave those reviews on the website. We'd really appreciate it.
Something gaming saying, which is great. I think you guys have great names here. Are you still working on an EU logistics hub? We are actually, in fact. We're in the middle of the actual development side of that to get the website to function effectively, and that's a long process. But other than that, yeah, we're getting there. We're getting pretty ready, and we're getting jacked for it.
Green Metal Box saying, this is my first non-champions, non-throwback stream, and I'm super interested in this game.
Nice.
Glad to have you here.
We saw you on the chat all yesterday, Green Metal Box. Good to see you back. David Geronimo saying, as a new player, not just of Flesh and Blood, but TCGs in general, I fell in love with this game and bought a box of Welcome to Rathe. I want to get more, but I don't know if it's worth to buy the same box or the next set. So you think if you have one box of Welcome to Rathe as a new player, do you go for Arcane Rising, or do you get a second Welcome to Rathe box?
I think it depends on
classes.
The classes that you like.
Yeah.
If you like the classes in the first set, I think for the first two sets at least in particular, 3 boxes or so is not super redundant. Even the common cards you're going to get kind of play sets of instead of having like a bunch of extra commons that you don't really need. So I think you can buy 2 or 3 boxes of each set really comfortably without just literally looking for like the Majestics and that kind of a thing. So if you're looking, that's a way to dive deeper. But if you buy a box of Arcane Rising, now you have all 8 classes, and 1 box of each is enough to build like some sort of deck. So
you can make it happen.
I don't think you can go wrong, really.
One more here before we get going. Well, maybe two. John Sandoval saying you're going to start selling unlimited singles. I imagine we will do that.
Yeah, I think that's the plan. I think we did. So like we basically got Welcome to Rathe in, and anyone that just ordered Welcome to Rathe, we got those out the door as soon as we could. But then I think we were putting aside a certain amount to do as singles. But I haven't really kept super big tallies on that.
And then lastly, Bizcotta77, why don't we play and stream Magic the Gathering?
That's a great question.
I'm gonna start opening this one.
We probably should at some point, but the short version is, we grew up. I was a little young. I missed Magic when it first was coming out, and then we have a long history of playing the games that aren't Magic. So it was Pokemon TCG into Dragon Ball Z CCG into the Lord of the Rings TCG and Star Wars TCGs, and it just keeps going from there. Spoils, Mompock, etc. So even when we opened our store back in 2012, our local store in Tulsa, it was funny. A lot of people walk in, they'd be like, "When's your Magic?" And we don't host Magic.
No Warhammer, no Yu-Gi-Oh, no Pokemon.
Because ultimately, there's a ton of stores for Magic. There's a ton of content creators for Magic. There's a ton of events for Magic and support. And we've just always been drawn to games that aren't Magic for one reason or another. A lot of times because we think that they're more innovative or more interesting, or the companies are worth supporting. But it's a combination of things.
Yeah, and we also, we did, when Zach and I were playing the Star Wars TCG primarily here in Tulsa, and Pokemon, we would kind of get booted from tables and stuff for Magic to come in.
And
which is not Magic's fault. It's the store ecosystem's fault. But it's not even their fault. It's like, that makes sense financially for them. But it kind of just left us being like, we don't want to join that club. We want to kind of start a new club. But now that's a lot less. It's really just a lot less. We just grown up more, and we were young.
And I think I had a chip on my shoulder for Wizards for a while. Mm-hmm. Not only because it was Magic and us getting booted off tables, but then we played the Star Wars TCG, and they announced a new set. They had a World Championship, and then they never talked about it again. And that was a burnt bridge, really hard. So there was a good decade there where it was like really big chip, and that eventually went away. And also just more context in terms of like how Magic changed the industry, and how important it is for the entire industry. So I definitely respect it, but at the end of all of it, it just has never been super appealing enough for me to get in. And then by now, it's like there's just plenty of stuff going on for that game.
Will you start sweating if this is too far away from you?
No. Okay. Zero sweats. And remember, I'm the guy that played a game using my fabled Arknight shard, and people were like uncomfortable with it.
Toby Garza asking what class you excited about like seeing Monarch. If I get Illusionist, I think I'm done.
I forget what because there's the lore book that's got the
back there. You mean?
Yeah,
in plastic.
In plastic, like they got a picture of 16 different classes or something. I don't really remember what the other ones were.
Little symbols, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't really know what I'm.
There was an alchemist.
That's kind of cool. Worth noting. Can you give me the top down real quick?
Oh, show.
So the boxes, for everyone's awareness, Unlimited, a few things. One, that the boxes have this same thing, but you see this like banner that's red across the top. It's Unlimited. In case you're unaware, the first edition / alpha print of a set has what are called cold foils in it, and then the Unlimiteds don't. That's the only key difference. In the first two sets in particular, they didn't have the colored bubbles behind the rarity, so they're also adding that. So technically, for first edition of the first two sets, you can actually tell the difference between all of the cards. But in the future, like on Crucible of War, you'll only be able to tell the difference between the cold foils and rainbow foils.
Yeah, Necromancer, Bard, Cleric, these are all great things.
Bard. Definitely Bard.
Isn't it 6? Is it 6? It is 6.
I don't know.
And then Dark Realm Map saying, hi guys, love your stuff. This game looks great, but I can't get it in the UK. Well, the distribution is coming your way imminently.
I thought it was only 4.
I think it's 4. Let's do 4. Is it 6? Is it 4? Can somebody look this up?
I think sealed is 4.
Oh, Druid would be amazing. Ron Gonzalez, one of the promo bundles shipping. So as soon as Arc comes out, so Arcane Rising is expected in the next couple of weeks. As soon as it's on the way, then we'll get that out to you as soon as we can. We'll have them to you likely around the Arcane Rising release date, if not on it.
Apparently 6 packs. Let's go.
Have we been doing 4 the whole time?
All I know.
How many are in a box? 24?
Here's what I know. The side of the box says 24 booster packs support 1 8-man draft pod or 4 sealed decks per player.
4 times 6, 24.
Yeah. So it's 8 people per draft, which makes sense. When you're drafting, you can filter the cards a bit more. So when it comes to sealed, if you're totally new to the game and or unfamiliar with how sealed works, we're just going to open 6 packs, build a deck out of whatever we get, and then play a game. And then, assuming Steve and I still like each other after that, we might do it again.
I feel like I'm gonna tweak some of the color settings on this camera. It looks a little washed out in it. I'm sure that's what everybody's concerned about. All right, 6. Here we go.
Remember, we're looking for, and I've heard reports, by the way, that these cards feel softer.
They're nicer.
So I have this Bravo here, and I brought all these things in case we didn't pull them. Let's look at this. Would you look at that? So look, you got the rarity bubble on the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
But in terms of card quality, can you close your eyes for a second?
Yeah.
We're gonna do an experiment. I'm gonna hand you 2 cards, one in each hand, and you're gonna see if you feel a difference.
If I was looking to feel a difference, I can make a choice, but I honestly, right now, this one maybe, but like I can't really. But it really doesn't.
This is the new one.
Okay, so it's a little bit more like a nice
finish,
I guess.
People were saying that it was like soft though.
Well, I don't want to sleep on it or anything.
You know what? Do this a little bit. Give it a little wiggle.
Yeah, I don't know. It'll play.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
It'll play. Someone asking, apparently, by the way, there were Bravos in the ones that showed up at first in the UK, where it's like it's like action 2 resources blank, go again.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, mine does not have that issue.
That's probably not what they want.
All right, there's a blue scar for a scar.
Got a Guardian and a Ninja rare, so that's a good start, and some warrior equipment. Good start to the sealed. Oh yeah, I remember, I kept doing sealed. So token goes out.
Yeah, you can put the token here in the middle if you want.
There we go.
So we can have a pile.
Have a little pile there.
Wow, that's off screen. All right, so that's on screen.
Yeah, we're pretty zoomed in here for all the action. Then we're I'm gonna start doing a generic pile.
I have generic, and I'm gonna do my equipment by class and my class cards by class. Drone of Brutality, that's a good neutral. And a staunch response. And a buckling blow foil. All right. Let's see what we got.
Ninja. Warrior. How do you sometimes you get your favorite classes and it's just hard.
What else are you supposed to
not
do?
just think about?
What's your favorite class? Warrior?
I mean, every time I see those warrior cards, I'm like, I remember all the memories of this card doing work for me.
Jordan Hightower saying, just got a scab skin leathers from a Wraith box I got from you guys. Got to figure out how to play Brute now.
Sent that one right to you there, Jordan. I heard you were looking for that one, so we picked it out.
That's while we're on that level of train, this stream brought to you by Nalgene. Ooh, I got a Snatch. That's the card you want.
When you're looking to house a liquid, look no further than Nalgene. Made in the USA. HDPE food grade plastic, sponsored by Past Inside the Present, a beautiful ambient record label from California or like Indiana, I can't remember. You guys can look it up.
The internet.
It'll get you water. Maybe that should be their motto.
It'll get you water.
Watering humans.
There, I found my problem.
Generic. I've got Nimbleism and Nimble Strikes in spades so far.
I think you're going to be playing a nimble deck.
I'm going to be a nimble person. And here's a Ninja Rare.
And we appreciate that, Sam. I'm not planning on getting Flesh and Blood or understanding it. I'm just here for TC's enthusiasm for this game.
Oh, well, hey. I'm enthusiastic for you.
We're happy to have you.
You know what? I was thinking this morning, I think it's true that most of us are just so much more capable than we think. Because I've been on this house project for so long that I've forgotten that I would never have started it, probably if I knew what I was getting into. But now it's like it's almost at the end.
Isn't that most things
you just have to not stop.
Persevere.
That's really determination to me is like the key value in all of life. So I hope everybody has a wonderful day today. Maybe a wonderful week, wonderful month.
Wonderful life.
And I don't mean like those silly dreams that you see on probably Instagram. I'm not there, but I hear about it. Where it's like, I'm going to go surf the 4 seas or whatever and live a life of complete luxury and freedom. It's like, well, that's not realistic. But you could say like, I'm going to learn how to surf.
You could say that.
And then, so set goals accordingly.
Set reasonable goals.
Reasonable. Leave it open. Like, remember that conversation we had about Blockbuster? It's like they said we're a video rental store instead of we're an entertainment provider.
Yeah.
If they had done that, maybe they wouldn't have got their pants taken off of them by
There's a lot of
Netflix.
things they needed to be doing that wasn't what they were doing.
They needed to staff it with more teenagers, that's for sure.
I got an energy potion. That's what I'm here for. With more teenagers.
Toby Gar's asking, how's the real estate market in Oklahoma? I'm building a tiny, I guess technically a tiny house, 300 square foot container out on 11 acres in Bristow. So how's the market? I don't know. It's expensive for me.
I do know the market because I bought a house this year. And apparently Tulsa is actually like one of the most stable housing markets in the country. Even during the 2008 housing bubble crash and everything, all the crazy stuff going on, it stays really consistent. It's not a great like investment in terms of like California. I know my brother had a house and then it added a ton of value by the time they sold it. That's not Oklahoma. Or Colorado does that too. Like Denver, I think is crazy like that. But if you're looking for stability, Tulsa's your place. I got a ton of neutrals that are good.
I'm crushing it on Ninja right now. Absolutely crushing. More nimbleism.
But I got nothing fancy.
Yeah, who's laughing now?
Fancy doesn't pay the bills.
That's what I was always that's the thing about sealed and draft. Really, mainly draft. Ooh, that windy blow looks good. I was the one who was drafting the cards that would win me the event and passing like $700 cards.
Yep.
So, take that for what it is, I guess.
Tony Schneider saying, wait, Steven, the house is a tiny house? 300 square feet, you say? Curious how you landed on that.
It's tiny. Well, that's a good question. So,
Tony's saying audio messed up for others. Try a refresh. We'll see if it's you or me.
Here's how it went for me. Chapter 1, I am born kind of situation. So I was raised in the country, kind of rural Oklahoma country around Chelsea, Oklahoma. Had some chickens and that kind of situation. And Jonathan and I, my brother, he's running the Pops right now. He's our visual designer, producer, lead designer, etc. So we always wanted to get back to the country and did the whole school and ended up going to college and did that. And then came back to Claremore, which is kind of like a little small town, city area. And Jonathan got married, I got married, and then we're like, we want to get out on some property and like do this thing. And we'd always kind of dreamed about living next to each other. And so he ended up looking for a couple of years, and it was about 4 years ago, bought about 120 acres outside of Bristow, got a really good price, had a house on it. And so that was the beginning. And then I bought 11 acres here recently of that land off of him to build. And I was going to build like a full house, not big, like a 1,300, 1,500 square foot house. But I realized very quickly that we didn't have services out there. So I was going to have to run electric a half mile and drill a well and put a septic system in and all of that. And that came out to like 50 grand. So when we were looking at getting loans for house construction loans are different than just your standard mortgage. And we were not able to get that infrastructure cost covered in that loan. So we were looking at out of pocket, just like having to come up with that money, which I couldn't. So then it was like, well, we need to downsize everything, get a super small loan, and have a small house, do all the infrastructure at once. And then maybe in a few years, once we can pay that off, switch to the big house and be able to do it without having to also do all the infrastructure cost. So that's how I ended up. And I had a friend who had worked on shipping container offices for the past 7 years. So he's very familiar with using them for construction, which you can do it poorly. It's very easy to do that poorly, so it's not just like a plug and play situation. So I was like, well, what would it cost? And he was like, not much. And then that was the right words. And so then we went from there. So there's that story.
It's cool.
And now I'm playing Flesh and Blood. And many of these cards, perhaps many in literally in this building, if we were to sell all of them, would probably pay for my entire house.
All our Flesh and Blood cards?
Yep. Running the math. Which is as fascinating as it is terrifying.
Watch out.
I'm telling you, Ninja's going to be...
I'm glad you're playing Ninja, because
hot.
I got to continue the Beefy Boys.
You going beef today?
I think it's either Reinar or...
Look at this gutter scar for a
Bravo.
scar. Theophanos, guess who got into Marvel Crisis Protocol because of you guys? I'm going to guess it's you.
That's awesome.
Well, thanks so much.
I'm so excited. X-Men are coming
too.
this week. Yeah, I don't even know. I signed up and I'm just getting it.
It's just like set it and forget it, man.
Dark Realm saying I've seen container homes extended by stacking them to increase footage.
Yes, that's a cool thing to do. Most of the time when you get into multiple containers, your like welding and structural costs outweigh the benefits of using it in the first place. You can be clever with it, but the more you're cutting out of a container, the more you're kind of wasting your time. So we were very specific and kind of simple in what we did to make it easier. It's gonna be a beautiful house though. Super amped about it. Hopefully a couple weeks away. All right.
I'm crossing my fingers for you. Meantime, I just bought a house that was on the grid.
Yes, and unmistakable in how great and easy it was.
You're not wrong.
Jared's saying we've been a major influence in the Marvel Champions journey. Just getting started, so your videos on aspect combinations are fun to watch and listen to. That's fantastic. Hey, Jared, I've got a Hulk leadership deck that I'm going to throw the streams away on Monday, and let me tell you, it's going to be something.
I don't know what I got myself into.
Jose says, heading into New York City to play Skytear for the first time with a friend. Got the whole thing just from watching you guys play, Jose.
That's awesome.
That's phenomenal. I cannot wait. Playing that thing in person is so good. Enjoy it. There's some rules interactions. There's some science to it. There's some precision that helps the game flow. So be sure to check out their comprehensive rules if you get into any trouble. Or get on the Discord and ask a question. People will answer you immediately. That's what I would suggest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. All right, so 13 brute cards. This is the beginning of my journey. 13 brute cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12, 13, 14, 15 warrior cards. Hello. 2, 3,
Hello.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13 guardian cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 ninja cards. And if I was close on these, I would probably also look at the quality, because I have so many ninja rares here.
You're loaded up.
I've got 5 ninja rares in this pool. I've got a red Blackout Kick, a red Fluster Fist. Those are 2 phenomenal cards. Flick Flack.
Dark Realms, that doesn't sound creepy at all. He says, this may sound a bit creepy, but you guys are some of the nicest gamers on social media.
Well, thanks.
I appreciate that. Glad
Thanks
that you
had 13 years to marinate.
Being kind, yeah. You should have met 22-year-old us.
I was wearing a beanie on camera. That's all you need to know.
You were still nice. You were nice about it.
I was nice. Thank you.
All right, let's see what we're working with the brute here.
How many cards do we get? 40?
What? Is it 40 and sealed?
30? All right.
I don't know.
Cards that are good for Ninja.
I think you can play up to 40. Or is it 30? Whew, it's been a long time.
Now, I'm going to be doing the Kodachis, right? So I'm going to have, I want 0 cost cards as well. Ooh, Helm of Izens is nice. That's Guardian, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, 2 red Scar for a Scars. Watch yourself.
Your whole deck has been built.
Yeah, I just did it. Yellow Sink Below. Don't hate that.
Wow.
Ooh, that's a good. That Wounded Blow might be good. Goliath Gauntlet's probably not in this one. 2 or greater. Club or Hammer. I don't need that. Nimblism looks like a good choice for me. There's kind of, if you guys are new to this, so there's, once you learn the card pool, there's a split in these generic cards, especially in Rathe. So you kind of have your big attack cards, and those are generally kind of your brute and guardian things. And then you have your smaller, faster go again. It's kind of called going wide, that a ninja usually deals in, and warrior to some degree kind of splits the difference. So what I'm looking for, when I'm looking through, I know that regurgitating slog, like regurgitating slog blue, for instance, is what this is, or red, whatever we pull up is fine. But regurgitating slog and slogism is for decks that have high cost things and they're doing one big attack. Whereas cards like nimbleism and nimble strike are going to be for my smaller multiple attacks. So I'm just kind of separating things out into these different piles accordingly. Ooh, a red sink below. Whew. What a card. And maybe, if you're a smart ninja, you run 1 or 2 big hits in sealed and catch your opponent off guard.
Yeah, you'd be surprised what you can get away with. Jack's Fist asking, do you guys have a standard split you're looking for when it comes to colors, or does it totally depend on the deck? It depends on the deck, and also like in draft and sealed, you only have so many options. So I basically have all of my possible cards here for brute, and I'm at like 41, 42 total cards. So I only get to cut 11. And my mix is not exactly, that'll be part of it. Like if I think I'm going to have some bigger attacks here because I'm playing Rhinar. But there's not like I want 20 out of 30 is blue, that kind of a thing. There's some decks that we built that like are mostly 0 and 1 cost things. So you can play almost all reds. And I think there's different archetypes that you'll start seeing as the game goes on.
And so if you want to look at the cards that I'm cutting here, so again, I'm doing Ninja, and Ninja has the Harmonized Kodachi as the weapon out of the Welcome to Wraith boxes. So these are really revolve around the idea that you pitch 0 cost cards into your to generate your resources. So I'm looking for blue zeros is like the best deal that I can get in this ninja pool. But what that means is that my curve is going to be lower. I'm going to have a lot of 0 cost cards in my deck because they're going to be generating resources. I also want to play a lot of cards because I'm ninja. That's kind of the point. So I'm going to want to look for a lower curve, which means I need less blues overall. But it also means cards like Demolition Crew. Reveal a card in your hand with cost 2 or greater to play it. This is not going to be a very good card for me because I'm not going to have a lot of opportunity to have these high cost cards that I can use to pay the extra cost here. Similar, you've got an entire line here of 3 cost attacks, like Wounded Bull is a good example of this. This is a generic 3 cost. It's kind of a bigger attack. You've also got Pummel in here, which is a club or a hammer weapon. I'm ninja, so I'm using a dagger. So I can't use this on a club or hammer, and then I also can't use it to target an action card with cost 2 or greater, because I'm gonna have these lower cost cards. So this is why I'm pulling all of these cards out, is like these are all focused on big, high, costly attacks. Same thing with regurgitating slog and slogism. So those are the reasons that I'm just kind of pulling these out. That's for the Zach's Beefy Boys list. Okay, and so now we've narrowed it down to, I've got a stack of my generic cards. I've got a stack of my ninja cards. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at my ninja card pool and kind of see if there's anything that I should be looking for in terms of synergy. I want to look at my multiples here, my Fluster Fist, and my Blackout Kick. So Ninja plays combos, which is pretty fascinating. So I really want to see more of these openers that go with these guys. So we've got Leg Tap, Rising Knee Thrust. So if I'm Ninja, I can kind of build out my combos. So this is my kick combo. It's the Hitmonlee.
That's right.
Hitmonchan, Hitmonlee. Which was the leg one?
Chan is fist, right?
Yeah, I think so. Hitmonlee. So we got Head Jab, and then we got Fluster Fist. We've got Open the Center. So there's another full combo. Got another Rising Knee Thrust, another Leg Tap, another Head Jab, another Rising Knee Thrust, and then we've got Surging into Whelming. And I'm probably gonna keep all of these, particularly because I'm playing that it's the actual ninja, not Ira, right?
Katsu.
Katsu. So the first time an attack action card you control hits each turn, discard something with cost 0, search your deck for a card with combo, and then you can play it this turn. So Surging Strike into Whelming is still definitely worth my time. And then a little flick-flack here. Defense reaction, 0 cost 3, and then the next card you defend, if it has combo, it gains +2. So you gotta love that. That's gonna be okay for me.
You love to see it.
You love to see it.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what we've got here in terms of card counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is it 2 per, or do you have is it limitless?
There's limitless and sealed.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Yeah,
8,
and
9,
part
10,
of
12,
my
14.
decision making too was I looked at the armor pieces that I had, because you only get so many armor pieces in sealed, and basically I have 1 foot armor, 1 arms. The only chest piece I had was brute, so I either had to go blank on the chest or go brute. I had generic helmet, and I also had the helm of Eisen's Peak. So I was tempted by the combination of my armor plus my neutrals. I got a ton of big attacks in my neutrals. Like, I got a red Drone of Brutality, I got a red Snatch, I got 2 red Slogisms, and then I got a red and a yellow Pummel, and I also got a yellow Wounded Bull. These are all 6s, right? I have, let me just count how many I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I have 12 of my cards here are 6 or greater attacks, which is immediately signaling to me that Rhinar is viable. Because if you look at Rhinar, when I discard a card that costs with 6 or more attack, it gains Intimidate, so I'm going to get a temporarily discard a card from Steven's hand. But he needs those for both that and his Romping Club to be happening.
Your Romping Club.
If I have 10 or more in a sealed draft environment for Rhinar, I'm immediately just like looking to see if I can build it. Oh, yeah. And I put it together and I had plenty of cards that made it work. So I went there.
All right, meantime, I'm looking at 0 costs, so I can make sure I can pitch to keep these Kodachis online. 0 cost blues in particular look really good to me. So Scar for a Scar, I think, is kind of one of those always in, particularly in Limited, particularly in Ninja. So I think this is just a no-brainer. The Nimbleisms are all in for similar reasons. Next attack action with cost 1 or less. So if you look at all of my attack actions, literally everything except for Open the Center and Surging Strike is 1 or less. So those are going to be multi-purpose, and then I can pitch them and get those Kodachis go again, or I can actually play the card, like this red Nimbleism, and give the next attack +3. And if you're bringing in 3 Nimbleisms, you probably just go ahead and grab the double Nimble Strike. Sink Below, I think, is kind of an always include as well. So let's see where we are on.
I agree with all of that.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 23, 24, 25.
Looking for 5 more.
5 more cards.
Do you know where our supply of D20s is?
Yeah, right here.
Okay, great. I didn't know if I needed to go get them or not.
Dice bag.
Wow. This is like a gamer's stash.
Everybody's got one, right? Most of them are in Crown Royal bags.
Pretty amazing. Just gonna grab a few.
So I've got 5 slots. I'm just gonna throw in the rest that were in my short stack. I'm gonna cut Scour the Battlescape. I don't need that one. I like the Surprise Unmovables. I think that's actually really important in Ninja, because you can get away with a lot, especially if you have some blue cards. So there's 2. I'm going to do 1 Flight of the Featherwalkers for 3. And then I like 4 on that Snatch. Snatch is a great little kind of last attack.
Snatch is
to get
fantastic.
that card to throw in your arsenal. And then I'm deciding between a Wounding Blow, a 0 blue. So all of these cards are 0 cost blue cards. So these are going to be resource generators primarily. Sigil's going to gain me 1 life. Wounding Blow is going to just be a 2 damage attack. Wounding Blow also has 3 armor on it, which is relevant. So I'm actually going to go with it. And also because it's foil. Let's be honest.
I think it's also worth understanding, if you have a lot of go-agains, the more cheap attacks you can have, the better.
Just lay them in. Yep. Okay, so there's a deck. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. And I was really happy. You got the strapping. Nice. Smartphone.
Yep.
Looking good. So I was happy to get the Hope Merchant's hood. That's great for Ninja. You can ditch your hand and find your combo pieces. I think everything else is going to be Iron Rot here, if I'm not mistaken.
Wow, did you get the full suit?
I don't think I got any gloves.
I usually have a missing piece.
Well, I got Goliath gauntlets.
Definitely.
Next attack action with cost 2 or greater is +2, so I can actually use that.
And it's only once a game, so.
Yeah, and I've got 2 of those precisely in the deck, so I need to use it when it happens.
Yep.
Very cool. Got the full. Oh, you got some Goliath gauntlets too, huh?
Yep. We both prepared. I can't tell what's going on with the Goliath gauntlet, because like there's skulls and stuff on it.
Is it a giant gauntlet like that ORU praying hands?
Maybe. That would actually be a very hilarious alt art for that.
Did I ever tell you the story about had a Catholic friend in college and they pranked that ORU by putting they strung a bunch of milk jugs around it and put it like a rosary over the hands?
No.
It lasted apparently like 30 minutes before it was immediately taken down. I thought it was a great prank. College kids.
Toby's saying, what's the size of the deck and sealed? 30. Nicholas says it's a building size gauntlet, the wielders at the bottom having been crushed to death.
Cool.
I get it. That's what all the bones are. The people that have tried to use it and died.
Bones.
All right. Even Steven?
Even Steven.
It's odd. So I'm first. I draw my 4. Man, I'm glad to be playing again.
Glad to be back. Glad to be back. In fact, I kind of like your
setup.
Especially Katsu's got the
part of why I do the setup like this is the fact that I have our faces right here.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to be very specific with the space that I'm giving.
Yeah.
Like that Gandalf quote. I didn't choose my space. I just get to choose what I do with it.
Zach arrives precisely when he needs to.
Right. Always.
Did you shuffle really well?
Yeah.
Really well? I always get nervous about that. I've lost limited games when trying to rush that step of the process.
Yeah. I pile shuffled, then I shuffled.
Yeah. I should probably do a pile real quick. Isn't there like a mathematical, isn't it 7?
I have no idea. I know that our mutual friend Matt invented the consistent random, which is where he'd sort by card type and then pile shuffle. He wants it to be random, but he wants to make sure he doesn't get clumps of the same kinds of cards in a row.
That's right.
It's not random. Colin's saying 7 rifles or 7 shuffles.
Okay.
Who knows?
It's hard to do without sleeves.
Josh was saying, I opened a case of Crucible and got Shiana. I'm thinking about getting it graded, but I don't know if they do that yet. Are you even familiar with what grading is?
Oh, yeah. You can get an A, a B, a C. I mean, I did pretty well on my grades growing up, but...
So you can get like a PSA score. You send it in, they put it in a case that's sealed, and they rank it from 1 to 10.
Really?
10 being like perfect, and part of it is like how it's cut, so is everything's centered.
Mm.
So like a PSA 10 Charizard from the first edition set is $100,000. A PSA 1, which would be awful, crinkled, used, etc., would not be worth very much money.
Huh. Well,
but you can get it officially graded.
That's something, isn't it?
They've started doing it with baseball cards.
Of course. Yeah, where all great things begin. Did you do numbers and pips? Are you some kind of a... What is wrong with you?
I'm playing the Savage. What? I mean, I also have this here's what I'm going to do. Someone asked earlier if we're making tokens compatible with Flesh and Blood. Yes, we are going to. That's high on my priority list.
Made them.
Yeah. But if we don't end up doing health tokens, I don't even know how we would do that. But if we don't do it,
what's up, Franco?
I'm probably going to get some of those Bugatti metal dice.
Mm-hmm.
But for tracking my health, because you don't roll them and they can't get chipped and stuff. I've never been inclined to get a nice set of dice, literally until this game.
Welcome to the party, man. It's one of the greatest things you could ever do.
Before long, we'll be doing role-playing streams.
That's right. It'll just devolve into me and you talking in narrative.
With these mics, dude. We should actually do a role playing session.
I would like to walk into the shop. Okay, I get 4 cards.
I love this. Whooped Wizard says, that's funny because I've been doing, in quotes, consistent random shuffling since I was 8 playing Magic.
I bet you've been doing well.
That's actually true. I hadn't really connected the dots, but Ryan Roper, what's up? I see your name all over the place on your stuff, saying, I want a player board like in Marvel Champions where I can track the health. He's on to something. All right, I'm first.
Yeah.
Late to the party with you. All right, if I do that. It's a 50-50 of it going really well for me. How do I feel about that?
You don't do 50-50s.
You don't know me. You don't know me.
Pretty well.
You can't do that.
Can somebody explain to me how Flick Flack works?
Can I see it?
Yeah. This is the one that always confuses me. It's a reaction. It says the next card you defend with. So you put in the cards you're defending with first. Then we go to reactions. So then does it resolve, go down, and then the defense cards are what it then references that needs to have combo, the ones that you've already played?
I assume you can react with it for 3. And then if my attack is go again and I attack again, because you're like basically dancing through multiple attacks.
Right.
So then the next card you block with that has the word combo on it, it just gets a +2.
Right on. It's for multiple attacks.
Yeah.
That is everything that I need. Thank you.
AJ Brown saying, yep, it's for the next attack in the chain.
Thank you. That makes perfect sense. I thought there could have been some trickery, like play it and then defend with your cards. Yeah.
All right, let's do this.
It's like you're dancing around.
I'm going to play Yellow Savage Swing.
Flick Flack.
I generate 3 resources, spending 1. As the initial cost to play Savage Swing, I have to discard a random card.
It's going to have 6 or higher in it.
Dang it.
Oh, it isn't. Netrunner wins again.
So if you discard the wrong card, I can also pummel this card into a 10 damage attack, and you're intimidated because of Rhinar. But it's cool. Now I get to play this into my arsenal. What up?
Now you're just going to lose.
You got a 6 coming at you.
6 damage. Well, let's see. And I get to mulligan here. Oof. That makes all the difference.
Drop them in.
Okay, not going to do anything aside from react. I got reactions. You got any attack reaction or anything?
I mean, I'll pass. Yeah, go ahead.
All right, Flick Flack, 0 for 3.
All right.
Sink below, 0 for 3. Does it resolve?
Yep.
Clear this guy under.
Whoop Tom saying, how important is the opening hand? I haven't been able to play a lot. Can you have a terrible hand like drawing 1 land in Magic, and is there a mulligan option? There's not a mulligan.
This
opening
is it,
hand,
yeah.
Both players at the end of the first turn draw back up. So if you're defending, you can use all your cards for defense and get a new hand. But I've rarely, like, opening hands really don't usually have a ton of sway in terms of the overall results of the game. So you blocked all 6.
Yep.
Then it doesn't have a go again, so this will go away. I'll put this card in my arsenal, and this will go on the bottom of my deck.
All right, and then we both redraw because it's the first turn, and that is really what it's about. Ooh, we got some choices to make here. Yeah, I know exactly what I'm going to do. All right.
Josh asking, could you have pitched that other card even if you didn't use the resources to ensure he picked a 6+ attack? So I could if there was something I could do that actually required me to spend the resources. So you can't just discard cards to generate resources to clear your hand out. You have to actually be doing something with it.
Yeah. So if you need to pay for you play the card and then you pay for it. So if you pay a 2 cost and then you generate 2 resources, you can't then generate additional resources on top. But you could generate 1 and then generate another one and drop 2 cards that way.
Or generate 1 and then generate 3 if you needed a second resource. Yeah.
All right, man. Goliath Gauntlets, destroy. The next attack with 2 or greater is +2.
Oh, really? Lobby bar.
I'm going to use the numbers
for your modifiers,
bonuses, right? So we don't confuse it with. Then I'm not going to get to use my swords. Or perhaps I am. Then I'm going to play...
Your S words?
Open the center. It's going to cost me 2. I'm going to generate that with a blackout kick. So that generates 2, pay 2 here. The text is inactive. So it was not... Head jab was not the last attack. That's worth considering. Oh, let me do that again. I kind of need that to be the case.
Nothing has changed for me.
Yeah, right? You just get to watch me. Okay, instead of doing that, why don't we do this instead? Already sent it to...
For maybe the first time ever, my board... Look at my board compared to yours. Just looks...
It's very tidy.
Very clean.
Doing a good job over there. So let's...
If I can't win, I can at least look good doing it.
Let's do the Kodachi. Pitch, Fluster Fist. Just all sorts of different options. Amazing what you can do with 4 cards. So that's going to go me down to 2 resources.
So you got a 1 hitting at me.
And it has go again because of the text. So 1 coming at you.
So his ability triggers on an attack card, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, sure, yeah, I'll take 1. Take 1 down, pass it around. Boop.
How about the other one?
Take it. Boop.
Yes.
Gotta get those Scar for our Scars online.
Perfect. Then you know what? How about this? I realize how good Ninja is and how good you want to be at it. All right, let's do a blackout kick here as the last. Just trying to get a, you know how sometimes you see those fights and the villain just comes out and just first shot, just there it goes.
Makes it happen.
Just a 3 damage attack coming at you.
I'll take it.
Now, I need to decide if I want to trigger Katsu's ability or not, which I don't. So this goes away.
Ben Sweeney saying, just finished the podcast. Another fire episode. Thank you for that.
Thank you, Ben. This one's going to go on my arsenal. I'm going to put it here.
Looking good?
Just
Looking
keep
good?
things tidy. This will go under. And then only I get to redraw because apparently you had, well, but apparently you had an awesome hand.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Didn't discard anything. Terrifying.
You ready for this?
Uh-huh.
I'm going to play a blue Awakening Bellow. And it's my next brute attack action card.
That's
this turn
the card right
is
there.
going to get +1. It also has Intimidate, so I get to randomly pick a card from your hand, and you'll put it to the side until the end of the round. I'm awoke.
Did we get to see this?
You can look at it. Then I'm going to pop my Goliath Gauntlet. My next is +2 more. Then I'm going to play a red Smash Instinct, spending 3 on it. It's a 10 damage. It also has Intimidate.
You're about to Rhine Army too? Did you discard a 6 or more? You didn't, did you?
It doesn't have Go Again. I'm just swinging at you with 10.
Slap.
See what you want to do.
Slap. Slap.
Ian Schaefer, what up, man? Saying I had to pause the podcast to turn on this stream, but I can confirm the sound quality just keeps getting better and better. Yeah, major shout out to everyone who's been watching and subscribing and buying and content members and listening because we got these awesome mics that we use for the podcast. And sometimes when we're streaming, if you really want to hear all of the tones of our voices. But yeah, really, we said it in the podcast, but we really mean it.
You got 10 coming in, you said?
10.
Well, either way, it's basically which one do you want for later? How about we'll keep that up. So I'm going to contribute this for defense.
3?
Yeah, then we'll go to reactions.
You got it.
All right. Here comes a red sink below. Any responses to that before it resolves?
Nope.
All right, so we'll resolve this. I'll put this under and draw. And then any further reactions, let me know if you got them.
I'm good.
All right, so 7 minus 10, I'll take 3. 5 becomes a 2.
You got it.
These all resolve down. Discarded. These guys come back into my hand, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. How about Kodachi? Generate 3 with this whelming gust wave. Gonna spend 1 immediately on that Kodachi swing. 1 coming at you with go again.
Mm-hmm. I start blocking something.
Don't have to.
Let's.
Now to translate that quality to the Star Wars Showdown podcast.
Unfortunately, we don't have the same budget. Block for 2.
Blocking for 2. Do it. You got another one coming. You know it. Chop, chop.
Take it.
Mm.
Death by 1,000 cuts.
Now we've got decisions.
Decision time.
I'm not going to go again. I'm going to put 1 in the arsenal. And then move on.
All right. I'm going to use my snap. Nope, not yet. What's this? That old thing. Man, it's just the key. You know, hits just
keep coming, man.
All right, I'm going to play a blue Scour the Battlescape.
That old thing?
1 damage attack.
I'm kind of inclined to just use the armor. You typically want to use the armor if there's a 2-hit effect. So it doesn't have any, and you don't have go again on it, right? Did you play it from the arsenal or anything?
No.
Do you have 2 cards in your arsenal?
I had 1 here. I played that from my hand.
This is your equipment?
Yeah. I can get rid of it.
That's fine. I'm trying to psych me out. What's 1 damage? I mean, wait, what do you got?
Could be the game. Yeah. I have the +3 to an attack action card randomly.
Is it a reaction?
Yep.
Okay. All right. I'm not going to put any in defense.
All right. I'm going to attack react. It gets go again.
Okay.
With my Snapdragons.
No reactions.
Take 1. Pass it around. It says you may put a card from your hand at the bottom of your deck if you do draw a card.
I love how feisty these little sealed pools
I'm going to put a card under and draw.
Scrapping. That's right, Nicholas. Zach hid an agenda in his equipment slot.
That's right. Then for my arsenal, I'm going to play Wounded Bull.
Oh, I love that card.
It's a 6. I have less life than you, so it's actually a 7.
Nice. That was your grand plan, wasn't it?
I just need to get a card out of arsenal. Yeah. Also, the card I used Scour to put on the bottom of my deck, I need to get on the bottom of my deck.
7. So the thing that I'm looking at here is like, I've got an ugly turn. So I'm going to go ahead and utilize its ugliness.
Patrick's saying, yeah, dudes, appreciate the new mic. Sometimes I watch it work, and before, even if I had it on low volume, Zach's laugh would blow my speakers out and echo in the office. But we're using the same mics for this part of the stream.
Yeah, that's true. These, we've just improved all the quality of the systems all the way around.
Yeah.
Okay, so you've got a Wounded Bull for 7, no weird defenses or anything.
Man, Reinar puts a certain kind of pressure on you, doesn't he?
Yeah, you just kind of...
He just swings.
I'm just waiting. Oh, and I'm doing it like this. I'm just waiting for the right cards to come up here. So we'll block with 3, and then we'll go to reactions. You got any?
Not yet.
All right, I'll play an unmovable, generate 3 there. So block with 8.
You got it.
Okay.
Take my ball and go home. Put this in my arsenal.
Got that arsenal loaded though. Scarf or Scar Red?
Come on. Does it have go again? It doesn't.
It does not, no. I have no cards also. Yeah, Ben, I'm glad that Nalgene sponsorship and the content memberships have helped get those nice mics. Yeah, Nalgene, you would be surprised. They have so much cash to throw at us. If anyone's ever watching this and thinking that that's serious, it's not. That is not at all serious. Especially if you're from the Nalgene legal team.
Oh, man.
Who approved this sponsorship?
Yeah, am I right? All right, I'm gonna throw this in. My bark bone strapping.
No, not my strapping. But what does that do?
I'm just kidding.
Okay.
I take 3.
All
right. Wait, does this work different than I thought it
just
did?
starts rolling dice.
All right, mine. I'm gonna destroy my bark bone strapping. Roll a d6. Gain resources equal to half the number rolled rounded down. Big money, no whammies. 16 in the middle of Miami. Yes, it's a 6.
What happened? You got money?
I get 3 money.
Oh, nice.
That's the best it could have gone.
That's a big number.
Let's do this. With those 3 free money, I'm going to play a red Slogism.
No, not that one.
The next attack action card with a cost 2 or greater this turn gets +6. How about that?
All right, there's going to be a lot of things that I'm going to have to calculate real quick before I decide what I can block with. So just stay put for a second.
Here's me.
Yeah.
Hanging out.
Hanging out. Okay, I think I got it.
My golden?
You're golden, honey boy.
So now, for my next trick, I'm going to play a red Drone of Brutality for 2. So it's a 12. And if it would go to my graveyard, it is instead put on the bottom of my deck.
A 12, huh?
Mm-hmm. Cash 12.
That's pretty good.
You got 16. You can just take it.
I may well be taking this.
You got a lot of armor, too.
Yeah.
Hanwater saying, my undercover identity as a member of the Nalgene legal team has been discovered. But how?
Okay, so we do this. We do this. We do that. We do this.
Got some funky ninja business going on over there, don't you?
Then we
do you not
do that.
Do you not? You said it yourself, man.
I don't wanna block. How many cards you got? 2? How much money you got?
No remaining money.
Does this have any go again?
Not currently. If I have the +3 attack card, you're down to 1 health.
I've seen worse.
Dead? With the DED?
Let's just throw this. This will make me feel safer. Let's throw the armor in front of it.
That is a lot safer. Okay, take 12, -2.
Taking 10.
All right. Then I'm going to put this in my arsenal.
See if I did my math right.
And then Drone of Brutality, instead of going to the discard pile, is going to go in the bottom of my deck. What a card. What a card. What a mighty, mighty card.
What a card. What a card. All right, let's see if we can be a ninja. I've never done it before. I've always failed.
At ninjing?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm proud of you.
Cool. All right, have at thee. Let's go start with a leg tap.
Just a tap.
Scar for a Scar blue is going in to the pitch. So a yellow leg tap. I'm going to generate 3. I didn't do my method. Oh, no, that was my method. Spend 1 on the yellow leg tap. It has go again. It's a 3 damage attack.
I think. Let's
Hey-ya!
block with my helmet for 1.
Okay. Taking 2.
Yep.
We're going to trigger Katsu's ability. First time an attack action card hits.
Mm-hmm.
Discard a 0 cost. It's going to be Snatch. So I can tell you how good this is. To search for a combo. Banish it. Face up. Shuffle your deck. You may play it this turn.
Combo breaker. What is it?
It's a blackout kick.
A 7.
I'm kicking.
I believe.
All right. Second action. Rising Knee Thrust. Red. If leg tap was the last attack, well, that just so happens to be true. It becomes a 5 damage with go again.
Mm-hmm. All right, well, we'll do what I got to do. Block with 5.
Blocked.
There goes my red snatch.
Pay 1.
You are ninjaing around.
For a blackout kick. It's going to be 7 damage.
Does it have go again?
Does not have go again. Really should, though.
Should have started with your Akadachi.
Yeah, very much the case, yes. I'm going to have 1 left over. If I lose by 1, we'll know why.
We'll know.
We'll know what happened.
So you're hitting for 7?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Let's block 3 of it.
All right. Take 4.
Down to 5. I like how scrappy these get. That was a great little turn.
Yeah. Now, yeah. So I'll throw this in the arsenal. So I came close to being a good ninja. I'm supposed to poke first.
That's always the rule, isn't it?
I did think that had go again. So that's... But you can't go again after a blackout kick. I mean,
it's over.
I've never went again anywhere after a blackout anything.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
I'm going to play a red Scour the Battlescape from my arsenal. It has go again.
Is that one that gets better from the arsenal?
Yeah, if I play it from arsenal, it gains go again. But either way, I can put a card from my hand at the bottom of my deck and draw.
Mm-hmm. So, got go again. Okay. Play there, let's go again for 3.
Combo breaker.
For 3, huh?
Mm-hmm. What's 3 anyway?
Well, you got to block it at this point, I think. Oh. Let's put a 2 in there.
Take 1?
Really, I don't know. Maybe I want to be underneath the
my number.
Scar for a scar there. Yeah, 3 is too close. I get nervous. That's my greatest. That's why I'm not as good at this game as I should be. I'll take 1.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you got shenanigans.
I have go again.
Yeah.
Energy potion.
Oh,
let's go.
Here he goes.
Excelente.
Boy, this is serious mashed potatoes here. Okay. Let's do head jab. Red. 0 cost. Go again. 3 damage attack coming at you.
But why? How many damage?
3. Might buff it.
Like Warren?
Just like Warren, yes, thank you.
Love it.
I'm investing in head jabs. Playing with fire now, aren't we?
Where's
that razor reflex? Slap. Game over.
Let's block 3 of it.
Okay, you did it. Keep the chain going. Let's play a leg tap. 4 damage, go again. Throw a nimble strike to pay for it.
He's on fire. I won't put any cards in.
Well, reactions. I have none. I'll pass to you.
Take 4.
Oh my goodness gravy.
Wait. You have how many resources left?
1 left. I can do a Kodachi at the end.
1 Kodachi?
Kodachi. I'm like that guy at the arcade that just keeps smashing the A button. How do I beat this? It just keeps punching. He's sweeping.
Yeah, that's right. I'm actually gonna drop in a blue sink below for 2.
Oof. No reactions.
I'll take 2.
Yeah. Put a card under if you want.
I don't.
Is it May? Yeah, it may. Now, here's what's interesting, right? So you're on 3. There's actually a world where I hope Merchant's Hood and try to find another leg tap or head jab for another 3 or 4, or another head jab, I guess, in this case, or a scar for a scar. I'm going to play it cool, though. I'm just going to Kodachi out.
Take 1.
He's got something, ladies and gentlemen. He's got something.
He's got the
look. He likes it. He's not pitching. He thinks he's got it in the bag.
I don't know about that.
He may well have it. Awesome, Bradley. Saying, coworker and I just so happened to play Reiner versus Casu over lunch on TTS. David, do we have the card pop-ups automated? We don't, actually. We have Jonathan is our lead designer, and sometimes it's, most of the time, actually, it's Bryce also, who's
but today it's John.
Employee here, but today is Jonathan. He designed the entire system. We actually control it remotely from home, which we pivoted into. He's at home right now, about a half mile from where I will live soon, and controlling it from the comfort of his home, which we had to do, obviously, because there's a pandemic, et cetera.
Et cetera, et cetera. All right, I'm going to pop a potion.
Okay.
Gain 2 resources. I'm going to play Pack Hunt.
Ooh, I love that card.
Intimidate. Red Pack Hunt.
What'd you call me?
That's right. You heard me. Take a 6.
6 coming at me. Six.
Josh, wait, what pandemic? I had you in the bag if you had one less attack.
If I hadn't been the best player this side of the Mississippi.
The Mississippi.
Yeah, definitely. I'm getting this. Yeah. Getting that back. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Yep. 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 So then we come into this. We do this. We gotta do that still. There's too much to do.
Good.
Not enough time. 6, huh?
You got to do something.
You got to do something. Yeah. That's
you love to see it.
It's a problem with this game. This is really what I want to be doing.
Playing Flesh and Blood Seal. Yeah.
This thing that you got going here, I don't like.
The intimidate. I intimidated away the right card.
Yeah.
Sometimes they hit that thing below, and it's just like, what? Come on.
Perfect card to intimidate. So I got the easy mode answer to this, or I've got the difficult mode.
We're in the grinder now. Probably the most notable thing about this game is that our board states are smaller than when we started, and it's getting harder to get damage in, which makes the end game always feel intense.
We're in the end game now. Okay.
Powder. So you want to take some or none?
I'm gonna block.
Yes.
I'm gonna block 5.
Taking 1.
Any reactions?
Nope.
Any funny business?
Just putting this in the arsenal.
Get this back, thank you very much.
Oh, what a card. What a mighty, mighty card. Oh, man.
Kodachi. Slice. How's it go again? You know what your bottom are? What your bottom 6 are? You planned that earlier?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know there's 3 of the cards I know because I sent them there on purpose.
I've got all of my nimble strikes down there now that I finally have these nimbleisms out.
I'll take 1.
This is when Ninja gets just
gross.
So annoying.
Yeah, I'll take 1.
Okay. Here comes Dad. Another one. Kodachi. Chop, chop. Just take it. What could go wrong? Just lose. Just lose. This game is so good. It's aggravating. It still gets me mad. That and Skytear both. Like, how did this happen? Yeah, it's literally like It's like we were in the darkness for so long, and then this year it was as if the clouds parted and said, "Here, in Ashes." It's like have 3 of the best games all at once. My young sons, I am proud of you.
Okay, I'm gonna block for 2.
All of that to block for 2?
Yeah.
Wounding Blow.
2.
Blue. 2 coming at you.
No cards in hand.
No cards. 1 in arsenal. No go again, though.
I'm gonna play a Sigil of Solace, yellow.
Oh, gosh. Look at you go.
Gain 2. Not blind with anything.
Yeah, you're scrapping
2.
now, aren't we? In the end game now.
We're making it work. All right, you ready for this masterclass?
I'm ready. Another potion?
I'm going to play a red Barraging Beatdown. My next brute attack this turn gains, while this attack is defended by less than 2 non-equipment cards, it has +4. It also has Intimidate and Go Again, so I'll Intimidate a card away.
Beautiful.
And then I'm going to swing my Romping Club.
What are you swinging for, 8?
4. It's +4 if you don't block with at least 2 cards. So yes, it would be 8 if you don't block with 2 cards.
So if I block with 2 cards, everything's fine.
Yep.
Is that how that works? And I'm getting this dumb one back.
Evan's saying, so is TC sold out of Unlimited? Any word on when you guys are getting more? We are sold out of Welcome to Rathe. Hopefully we will be getting more. Arcane Rising is coming out next week. We might be putting more of those up for pre-order soon. But hop on the wait list for all those and you'll be notified as soon as we get more. Hopefully those are regularly in stock. We don't have great visibility on what restocks look like at this point. What up, Jim? Yeah, we are back. It's great to have Flesh and Blood back on the table.
Why do you make me think so much? This is ridiculous. I need more cards.
I literally am the foot I'm on right now is I have to keep sending big attacks at you.
Are you done yet? You got 4 left over there?
No, that's my armor that's gone.
You say, okay, can I run
I
you out
have
of
to
here?
keep sending big attacks at you so you don't have a big turn.
Yeah.
And if I had drawn 1 extra resource on my colors, I would have been even way better for me. But I'm waiting for that perfect turn.
Okay, I think I know what I'm going to do. So then we do that. And then we do this, that.
It's like that GIF.
Yeah. All right, here we go. I've been waiting on this forever. I'm going to do a reaction. Yellow Unmovable. Pay for it with a blue Surging Strike. Played from our arsenal, so it's a 7 defense card. Take 1.
Not how I saw that going.
Me neither.
But I'll take it.
Let me tell you.
This goes on bottom, and I draw.
Chop, chop. Kodachi for 1.
It's so annoying.
Patrick asking, do I sell my alpha box or hold? The question for the ages, right?
I cannot imagine if I had a box that was sealed that I could sell for over $1,000 right now. That's so much future product.
Yeah.
Like our Monarch subscriptions are $75 a box. So like if you buy 4 boxes a set, that's your next like 3 or 4 sets worth of product.
Yeah.
That is hard. Although a sealed early Magic set right now is like it would be untold amounts of money. So, you know.
What can you do with that $1,000 is the question. Yeah, Joshua asking, do you have to pitch for defense reactions? So if it's a defense reaction, you have to pay the cost in the top right. If you're just pitching a card that is not a defense reaction for its defense ability in the defense step, then you don't have to pay for it. It's a sick joy to being a Ninja player.
What do you say?
There's a sick joy to being a ninja player. You just be like, they just have to decide how to block this one damage. Chop, 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 chop.
Yeah, that is what it is.
This is the worst. I've been on this against ninja, and it's just
I'll block.
This is unsustainable. Oh my gosh. We're in the end game now. All right, no reactions. You? Here comes Akanachi.
That's so bad.
Volan saying on Facebook, probably the most confusing part of the game is defense versus defense reactions. That's true. Takes time. You always have to pay for any card that says reaction on it, if you're using it as a reaction. See, it is confusing. I can't even say it simply.
You haven't even done anything yet.
Yeah, I've only got 2 cards.
Think about this.
I still have that hood too that I haven't looked into.
Fully explored.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll block for 2. Gotta do it.
Okay. Red Nimbleism. Clear the chain. Next attack action card with 1 or less is +3. Red Scar for a Scar. Coming in at 7. Hope you're holding 2 3s.
Well, I have 1 chance. I don't think I can actually do it, but I guess it's my shot. I won't put any cards in.
Okay. No reactions.
Sink below red.
Right on.
I'll trigger it. Put this on the bottom and draw a card. No. I get wasted. So the moral of the story is you can't get to the end game with Ninja.
Yeah.
And,
That's true. When you're on 1 against Ninja, it's a
catastrophe.
Yeah, you're in a bad spot.
Agreed.
That was super fun, man. This game is so good.
That was great. All right, here's what I need you to do.
Yeah.
If you don't mind. Well, we can stack them up for now. Go to the next stack.
Do we want to do some more polls?
I think we do one more seal.
Let's do one more seal. Yeah, open some packs. Open some packs. See what that's
now
all
the
about.
token cards you can put out here,
Okay.
wherever those wound up, and then everything else you can just stack here in this big stack of cards.
All right. Game number 1.
You got this pack somewhere?
I do. I need to
I'll get some
sweaty.
water. You guys need anything?
No, I don't need anything.
Nice cold.
Need a Miller Lite.
A Corona. Or cures.
Oh, man. Anyone have any questions about the mechanics of the game while I'm here? I can zoom out here for a second. I feel like I've kind of struggled through enough of the early game. I said on the cast, I feel like I'm on a 7-layer Flesh and Blood dip. I'm on probably a 4 or a 5, so I'm probably on the sour cream layer. So if you have any questions, I'm happy to help in whatever way that I can. And we'll all get better at this game together. Let's see.
Ben Sweeney. So many questions, but I should probably read the rules first.
Yeah, well, I mean, it should flow pretty cleanly up front here. I mean, you know, we're obviously fighting. You can kind of see the basics of it. Jordan Hightower's got the right of it here. You want to touch him? Says the mechanics of this game are so simple, but the game is deceptively difficult to master. Yeah, it's got that kind of intriguing depth that reveals itself over time that I got really, like, Netrunner hit me the same. Netrunner, I felt it earlier, where, like, the first game of Netrunner, I was like, ooh, what's happening here? First game of Flesh and Blood, I was like, I think something's under the surface here, but I don't fully appreciate what it is. With Netrunner, I was like, oh, it's hide and seek. But with this, it's like, why am I making the decisions I'm making? And then as I ramped into it, I was like, oh my gosh, there's so much here. It's a feast.
We had Eric Lang, who's a designer, on the podcast, and I forgot what he called it. But basically the fog between understanding what you're doing and how it connects to what you're winning, how you're winning.
It was like how much it's obscured from the first game.
He had like a clever word for it. He did have like a designer would.
Yeah.
But I think Flesh and Blood does a really good job of, it's really simple enough to understand and play and execute once you are involved in it. But like literally for the first 3 or 4 months we were playing, every time we played, I felt like I was learning, like understanding more about the things I was doing and how it was affecting. I'm terrified to go back and watch our early streams.
Right. Yeah.
Because I'm sure we were
Just
miserable.
horrible.
And
That's
even
how
now,
it goes, you know?
I'm a little terrified that I'm going to look back at these and be like, ew.
No, we're masters now. Trevor Roddy says, could you play an attack reaction card as a defending player? You cannot. So attack reactions you can only play whenever you're the active player because you're the one attacking at that point. But you can put it in as a defense card, just not as an attack reaction. When you're defending, you can only play defense reactions. When you're attacking, you can only play attack reactions. Joshua Hogan, could you briefly describe the 8 first-class mechanics? What differentiates them? We can do that.
All right, here we go. You ready?
Yeah.
We have Guardian.
Give it like Animaniac style.
That's right. Guardian, which the main character is Bravo Showstopper. And their thing is they're the Guardians. So they have like these big defense reactions, like staunch response. And he also has, hey, we have a messed up Bravo. There it is.
Oh, there it is. Wow, yeah, look at there. Go.
I was like, that looks weird.
Look at that one.
This is something that we saw reported elsewhere. You can see it's got like action, 2 resources, and then missing text.
And just dominate.
Yeah.
Dominate, go again.
But he's basically, they do big attacks that you can only block with 1 card. That's what dominate is.
So their big thing is dominate. They also have a lot of auras.
Yep.
I've seen a lot of Guardians have like this aura. So, and the idea is that they have these kind of, they're guarding things. So like the auras, they're setting up where it's hard to punch through to them in the turn.
Then you have the warrior, which is the attack reaction.
All
so they
about
have defense reactions. Warriors have attack reactions.
Yeah.
And so you have like knights. I mean, this is a Dorinthia. They have good armor, really good armor.
They're all about weapon attacks. Yeah. And they're all about, once you decide how you're going to defend, then they push through a lot of attack reactions to make it awful.
Yeah. Then you have Ninja, which you just saw on the table, which is combo attacks, but also lots of little attacks. So they, instead of like a Guardian that's going big, they have like Katsu and the Kadachi. So this is like, and they're very, their defense stuff is like smaller pockets, but they react as well. Then you have Reinar, which is the brute, and he's just wild. Yeah, he's intimidating. It's all about big attacks. And that's really what they are doing. Then go ahead.
Reinar. So Reinar's mechanics also, particularly brute, tends to function around having a lot of high attack value cards in your hand, and then you have mechanics that discard those cards to play big cards. And then when you discard big cards, you get effects from that too. And so whereas like Bravo is all about dominate, where you can only defend with 1. Brute is about intimidating cards out of your hand, where you're not left with much to defend a big attack with. So it's kind of a similar mechanic, but quite different.
And then the second set, it got a little more magical. So we had Wizard. Wizard is bizarro.
Good luck. Instant speed, everything.
Kano, they don't really do attacks. They do like actions that do damage, but it's arcane damage. You can only block arcane damage with arcane barrier pieces of armor. You also have the rune blades.
I would also say that Wizard, one thing that really struck us when we figured it out was Wizard doesn't pressure your defense cards and defense reactions. It pressures your resources.
Yeah, I think both arcane damage, them and the rune blade, I think is what the class is called.
Yeah, rune blade, yeah.
Do the same. They force you to play a little differently because the arcane barrier you have to pay for to block. What's up?
What I just realized is essentially Wizard is kind of like the heavy hitting arcane class, just like Brute and Guardian are for physical attacks.
Yep.
And then Runeblade is more like an arcane ninja style.
The pokes.
Just a lot of little. Now there are the Runeblade decks that will build up Runeblade tokens and then swing for 1 big hit.
So they can kind of go either direction.
So they basically are enchanting their weapon and then using arcane damage off their weapon to do stuff.
Yeah.
Just incredible.
And then there's also a Ranger. And the thing that Ranger does is, currently at least with Azalea and her bow, is they load arrows into their arsenal, which is really cool. But I think it's also the most like complex to pull off, honestly. Because it is pressuring your arsenal usage. Unlike the arsenal cards are really good. Like there's cards that are, if they're in arsenal play, from Tome of Faendel to all the stuff I was just seeing where it's like
Plunder Run's a good example. Like anything that says if in arsenal, do good things.
So because Archer needs that slot, I feel like it takes a lot of the best cards out of the game for Archer.
Now it can also, I learned this when I was playing Azalea, it can also use those cards really well because of abilities that literally put the top card into the arsenal. So it is the only class that can easily manipulate the arsenal on their turn.
Yeah.
And that makes it pretty interesting. It also is pretty toolboxy. You know, it's like make your stuff cost 1 more, make your stuff, if you're less health, then this thing happens. So they have arrows for different area codes, like Hawkeye in Marvel Champions.
Yeah. And then mechanologist, which is the actual toolbox. They have technology. There's a robot. There's Data Doll, and then there's Dash. And so Dash is super aggro, aggressive. Steam counters go fast. They build the board the most.
And it feels like automated, right? You're building an engine with mechanologist, and so it's kind of a combo-y, get a bunch of stuff on the table, and then watch this machine do its work, and you're just like sitting there loving it, if that's what you love, which many people do.
And then technically the third set introduced a couple other weird stuff. So like we have Shiana, who's a shapeshifter. She's a bizarre hero, and then we had Cavden, the skin trader, creepy
trader
guy.
of skins, very creepy.
Neutral, just creepy guy. So that kind of rounds out.
Neutral, creepy guy.
That's what he does.
Classic class.
Now I'm going back to opening packs.
Yeah, there we go. So hopefully that helps. And
give me an L.
It's cool because it's not really a rock paper scissors setup that they're trying to do, or rock paper scissors, you know, and 5 other things. It's really just unique ways to think about how you can play the game in a different way. So, you know, Archer, it's not that like Ranger always beats Wizard or Wizard always beats this. It's just kind of like it's all pretty balanced. And when you get to Constructed, you can choose your equipment and you can cycle in some cards. So that really helps you decide what class am I playing against. Now I'm gonna tweak my deck to make sure that I have the tools, and they're gonna be doing the same. So it becomes a pretty cool little dynamic.
They also one of the cool parts about Constructed is in full Constructed, you build an 80 card deck and you cut 20 at the start of the game after you see your opponent's hero.
Red Sigil of Solace, man.
It's a good card.
Love seeing that.
I got another, we got this late when we drafted last time, but Reckless Swing, which is a super rare for Rhinar.
Oof. You can play Rhinar again?
Maybe.
You might have to if you get those kinds of cards.
Oh, nice. That's a blue 0-cost defense reaction.
I've never seen that card before.
As additional cost to play it, you have to discard a random card.
Yeah.
If the discarded card has 6 or more attack, deal 2 damage to the attacking hero.
Oh, that's amazing. Off that you can't block that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Can you imagine in game just getting wrecked? I can.
Got brooded right out of here.
Yeah, just like bwomp. It's like that Steel Blade shunt or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, doing another 6 here for sealed.
Big money, no
And this
way.
is cool. If anyone's new to collectible games or hasn't really thought too much about them, this is one great things that collectible games do is you can literally just play a game out of opening the product itself, which is something you can't do with most sealed product, right? You just open it and you play with it. So that's what we're doing. So if you have a friend or 5 or 20 or whatever, or you go to a store, rather than just buying a box, opening all the packs and sorting them and collecting them, you can just say, hey, let's play some sealed, and everybody open 6 packs, give me all of the contents at the end of the event, and just have a good time.
Yeah, one box is 4 sealed pools, basically, which is a good time in its own right. I got a Glint the Quicksilver.
Oof, that's such a good card for her. Such a good card. All right. Ooh, Cranial Crush. Might be playing Guardian, man.
Yes, and it's shiny.
It's a foil super rare Cartilage Crush. Do they only come in foil, those super rares?
No.
Oh, wow.
Hit the lottery.
Yeah, Cranial Crush is what I mean. Cranial Crush blue. Man, what a good card that is. Have you been playing this? Did you have that in your... Yeah.
So it's...
You're not an idiot?
Yeah, it only comes in blue. But it's a blue that is an 8 damage attack, which is like... You're not an idiot. Yes, it's that good.
And the can't draw cards next turn is pretty amazing. It does 4 or more. Brute.
If it hits.
If it hits, it ships.
So when I'm opening, I basically put in the neutrals in one stack, and then just separating by class.
Let's get that top down here.
I'm somewhere between a warrior and a guardian here.
I've always said that.
It's my life's mission.
Ooh, we got some good brute cards. Got that Savage Feast. Love seeing that.
What up, Andrew? Welcome.
Guardian, Brute, Warrior.
George saying he wants to see us open a legendary and sealed and see if it distorts the game. I don't think it does.
It wouldn't. Nah, it wouldn't.
I also want to see us open a legendary.
The cards that really do well in sealed are like, red scar for a scar.
Yeah.
Just like, I would take that over most of these legendaries at a certain point. Warrior's Valor.
All right, let's look at my armor.
Ooh, dog. What
Enlightened Strike. Yeah.
That card is, I want that in foil.
Yeah.
Like I want.
Foil of this sells for a lot, and I now see why.
My gosh, that's a great card. It could be for 0, you can get a 7 damage go again attack, or 7 draw a card and throw something in your arsenal.
You only choose one.
Only one, okay.
So 0/5 go again, or a 0 draw a card, or a 7 for 0.
7 for 0, just like
it's
what?
enlightened. Yeah.
Beautiful. Okay, should I do anything special with this?
Yeah.
Do you care about it?
We will use it for a long time.
Warrior.
All right.
Guardian. Brute. Man, that's super exciting. Never seen that card before. I can't believe it. That's some of the best art in this game.
Yeah, it's really good. They put it on a good card.
Good.
George says big boy pool.
Yeah, it's a good one. Warrior, Ninja, the Bobble.
Bobble.
Ryan got 2 foils of that. Is that first edition, Ryan? Did you get it in your... I imagine foil first edition is probably
See
like...
if you get the rest of the
put
lot.
the kids through college. I'm getting a lot of warrior rares. Ooh, an Iron Song Determination, Speak of the Devil, super rare.
I love it.
+1 and dominate on a weapon.
Love to see it.
Dude, I'm warrior. And if you want to show off the other 2 classes, we could do a little swap, unravel, kind of.
Swap.
Swap, unravel, one at a time travel. My mind goes back to the beats that I battle.
I was not prepared.
I think it's Tony Hawk.
Always.
Did you never play Tony Hawk as a
Pro
child?
Skater, I played it all the time.
Okay.
Do I remember the songs? No. Did I have a good time? Yes.
Did you build levels? Did you ever build the levels?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Ryan Roberts says, first edition, welcome to Rathe. Pretty sure one of them came from Covenant.
Yeah, beautiful. One of them. Ryan, you cheating on us?
It's like that joke.
One of them.
You made that on the podcast this week. You're like, you have other friends?
Ooh, a time snap. Yes.
That is what you want.
Time snap. Sharpened steel. Okay, what are you playing?
Well, I'm looking at my Guardian and Warrior pool. My Warrior pool, I think, is better.
Let me see what Guardian is.
Ryan saying, I'm not exclusive. You guys kept running out of boxes. Fair enough, fair enough.
So let's see if we can do the other ones. Or
so we have a Warrior and Guardian.
4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 11, 12.
I need to look at my neutrals really quickly, actually, to see which one it favors.
God, I've got 17 Warrior cards. 13 Guardian. Do a little Warrior on Warrior.
We've never done it.
Only one Dorinthia come out on top. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 13. Ninja, I got almost none this time.
You had a really good ninja pool
Yeah,
last time.
That was killer. This is a really good... It's a really good Warrior pool, too.
Sometimes you gotta look at your neutrals and see what your card pool is telling you.
That's right. Because I've also got 2 red Razor Reflex, and it's sealed. That is bonkers.
That can win the game.
Yeah, and I've got the Refraction Bolters.
Less thing below than I want.
You mean less than 20?
Yep.
Iron Rot. Guess I'll play this Enlightened Strike. How crazy is that card? Oh my gosh.
It's so good. We only need 5 more.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to find a way to give the weapon go again with Dorinthia, right?
Yes, you do.
That's the problem.
Yeah. Yeah. To get that ability to work, you do. You can just run the bolters and then you can do that once. That's good enough, right?
I think so.
Wounding blow, no. And you can also, you play it normal. Just play the good cards.
I might
Potion of Strength.
I might end up rolling Guardian.
This pool that I've got is good. It's very, very good. Yeah, so you're spot on in your assessment of
reading the neutrals.
Well, yeah, reading the neutrals, and then basically, how many cards will give me go again on a weapon attack?
Yeah,
because like that will have a lot to say, and I've got some.
But do you have enough?
Like I got the Time Snap, which is a good start. I've got a Feather Walkers, which is a good start. Let's see what else we've got. Oh, I've got the Razor Reflexes. And the bolters. And then in the pool itself, let's see what we've got. Nope. Nope.
Can't be Ninja.
Warrior Valor. Where's Valor? Where's Valor? Driving Blade. And yeah. So I've got a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cards that effectively give me go again on that. Are we doing Warrior versus Guardian?
I don't know yet.
That's our classic matchup.
We go way back. I might end up on Brute. I'm just reading my cards.
Oof. How exciting. Well, I'm definitely on Warrior. Okay. We've got our equipment sorted. I probably am going to want... So then I'm going to do my autos, right? So I'm definitely putting Enlightened Strike. Blue Sink Below is still worth having. Yellow Scar for a Scar is probably still worth having.
I think I might be on Guardian after all.
Strength will be fine. Solace. Those are all, I think, to me, I'm kind of always going to be drawn to those.
Light on armor.
Get ready for a slaughter.
Let's go, Bravo.
And then I put my Nimble and my Slog stuff in a pile. Slog stuff.
It's hammer time.
Okay. We've got not quite enough Slogisms to make this work. Not quite enough. Not quite enough. Pummels are not going to do anything for me. And then I've got the generic attacks. And honestly, in sealed, these wounding blows make a lot more sense than in constructed. A 0 for 3, a 0 for 4. Those are good cards in sealed. The blue, I don't know, maybe not so much. So I'm going to drop out Slogism. Don't think Nimblism is going to make it either. I didn't quite hit the right ratio here. I could maybe do a 1-in-1. Question, Jordan Hightower, about the Monarch subscription. If I sign up for it now, I don't get charged until release, correct? That is correct. Yeah. We charge about 2 weeks before release date. And then you'll get the product, and you don't have to do anything, and you'll get the next set as well in the same process. 2 weeks before get charged, get it. That'll continue indefinitely until you want to stop or until the game is over. Hopefully never. You can tell how many of these cards really, it's like they started with limited in mind.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Which is awesome.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20, 21, 22. All right, so I've got 8 slots left. 8 slots, 8 slots. 3, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. And then I think I need some blues. Let's get some blues. 29.
Boom.
And 30. And on the blues, I also am just looking for what gives me the biggest armor values. That's something that's easy to sleep on, but
armor matters.
It's so important.
As it turns out.
Yeah. Okay.
Look at my sick armor here.
Sick. Oh, wow. Bravo, coming in like you didn't even know.
All he needs for his armor is his chest hair.
No one blocks like Gaston. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I didn't know
7,
I needed a character that was a cross
8,
between
9.
Gaston and Captain Hook, but yet here we are, and I'm loving it.
10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 25, 26, 27, 28.
No one.
30. So I need to cut 3.
You can just cut them right into my deck.
Yeah.
That red Scissor of Solace, particularly.
Yeah. Yeah. Bless you. Iron Song, sharpen. I really do like Wounding Blow for the armor value. Mm-hmm. Now I'm going to decide, do I want defense reactions or do I want to stick with cards like Nature's Path, which is a great card. Don't get me wrong. It's a great card.
Don't get me wrong.
Don't get me wrong. I can probably cut that guy. And there's some cards in here too that Warrior has that are just kind of difficult to play in this. All right, we'll go there.
We'll see if Dorinthia's got what it takes. Even Steven. You ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
It was odd.
How do you like your odds?
I like them a lot.
You think so? I've got incredible. I don't think I can be close.
You think you're gonna flex on me?
These cards are good cards. These cards are really good cards.
How proud we are.
Just saying. Just saying.
Just saying. Why don't you just say it?
I'm just saying. What's everyone's favorite class? You guys, hopefully, are people, actually, better question, who is playing for the first time with Unlimited? Like, who wasn't around for first edition on the stream? Leave us a chat. I'd love to know, like, who's really getting into it. Joshua Trevino saying, recently started using that life counter app that I've seen on some of the videos. It's a game changer. Does it do anything but count life?
Nope. You could do this to go down and this to go up. Little
I can
scoreboard.
do that with dice.
People are wigged out by my giant die.
I like it. That's it, your last one? Is that the last one you'll subtract from?
Just however I feel.
Yeah. David saying here for the first time with Unlimited. David getting 2 unlimited boxes yesterday. Very cool. Jordan Hightower diving deep for the first time. Been loving Reiner.
Saying I just got my first box. Playing some Sealed tonight.
Very
welcome to the party.
Reviews Unplugged. Viscera is deadly. Viscera.
David saying I hope I can crack them sometime. Well, if you will it, it is no dream.
That's right. Be capable of anything. All right.
You ready to get...
Look at you. You got that quick setup. I'm over here just having a good time. Retro saying watched all first edition vids, but just jumped in at Unlimited.
So
very good.
I feel like I'm fast at things. I move fast, break things, you know. But
you're a real Zuckerberg.
When Spoils was around back in 2007, 2008, 2009, and the primary thing we did was singles. And what happened on a new set is that primarily back in the day, when we opened the singles, I remember Tim and I in the summers, when a new set would come out, we would basically just do a bunch of sealed.
Yep. And that's how you would get
a lot of the inventory, yeah. Just leave it up, do your thing.
All right, Dorinthia with Dawnblade.
And so she's trying to swing with her sword, and a lot of times she wants to swing a lot.
If she swings, usually it's twice. So if she swings twice and hits the second one, she gets +1. And so the Dawnblade can get out of control. So you don't want to let that happen. That puts pressure on an opponent to make sure that it doesn't hit. But of course, every class does that in its own way. Everybody's putting pressure on in a weird way. Now, what Warrior does is they cheat.
They do. It's unfair.
They just like, it's the classic, it's almost like Burn, man. It's like, I can see how you're committing everything, and then I decide,
yeah,
I'm going to blow it up.
But you also, a lot of your cards get better if your opponent falls for your traps.
Yes.
Like the one deck you built with Dorinthia, you need me to block with cards from hand. And I would just a lot of times not.
Yep.
Jim Bolin saying, I've been around since Alpha, but haven't had much of an opportunity to play. Also hasn't gotten any Unlimited. David responding to us saying, if we will, it is no dream. Well, you got to find people to play with, the pandemic and stuff. Yeah, I get it. It's tough right now, but it hopefully is over in the not-so-distant future. Vlastimil saying, we got a box at our flat. We built 2 Warrior decks, a Ninja deck, and a Brute deck, but we really just couldn't make Guardian work. We have no idea what to do with it. Well, hopefully this game either shows you what to do or not to do. You be the judge.
That is the question.
All right, you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, I am going to pay 2 for Bravo's ability. My next, until the end of turn, action cards that cost 3 or greater gain Dominate means you can only block with 1 card.
There's our modifier dieting.
Yep,
if you need it.
Haven't done anything
I have
yet.
A feeling you might.
I'm just going to play a red Barraging Bronhide. Cost me 3. It's a 7 while it's defended by less than 2 non-equipment cards. It gets +1, and it's got Dominate, so you can only block with 1 card from hand. So it's going to get +1. Here comes 8.
Hello. Good night, nurse.
Bravo is like, nice to meet you.
Okay.
Pro Shrink saying, anyone know what brand this playmat is? I've been looking for something reliable and sturdy. This is a random playmat that I got for attending an X-Wing event back 6 years ago, 2014. It's on there. If you want something like this, look at the X-Wing playmats. Same material, they're 3x3. If you want like just actual playmats, there's tons of those out there, but most playmats are going to be made of the same material.
All right, well, let's drop 3 in, and we're taking how much?
5.
Ugh.
Ka-chink.
All right. And then first turn of the game, we both get to draw back up, which is unusual.
Put this in the arsenal.
Now, that's essentially your mulligan. So that the defending player essentially gets it. It's more or less a mulligan. So the attacking player, if you don't feel like you can push through, like that's a great example. I feel like Guardian can do it pretty well and Brute can do it pretty well. They can get damage through on the first turn and not just give me a free mulligan, which is phenomenal. Any idea with the Iridex when there's going to be back? We do have more coming, don't we? I thought we did. I think we talked about that.
I was gone when all that played out. You can sign up for the wait list and we'll get those back in as soon as we can. I'll tell you that much.
Okay, let's do Pay 1.
You bet pressuring.
For Flight of the Featherwalkers yellow.
Flock of the Featherwalkers.
That's right.
Although Flight of the Featherwalkers would also be
would make sense, right? Flight of the Concords. Gonna generate some money here.
Business time.
3. Get down to 2 there.
Mm-hmm. What's it say?
And it says an additional cost to play, reveal a card with cost 1 or less from hand. I'm going to reveal an Iron Song response. If you defend with the card from your hand, a weapon attack has +3 as a reaction. So don't defend. This isn't a weapon attack, though, so you don't have to worry about that now. And then it says create a Quicken token. So we'll go and grab our little token pile. No,
this doesn't have go yet.
It does not, no. So it's just a 4 damage attack coming at you. Ding! Awesome, Thomas. That's fantastic. Still have your black and white TC playmats from back in the day. Is it the old logo? The
I think it's just the lines from
Phoenix?
the old logo.
Oh yeah, the outline. Yeah, we did a lot of things to that because we didn't like it.
We did do a lot of things to that.
Now, one thing you'll learn in Warrior 2, you got to be super careful what you put in your arsenal, because if you put a reprise card down there and you run into an opponent that just doesn't block with the weapon attacks, it just sits there and you hate it.
Let's block that with 3.
I'll just move my stuff down here, give you some room. Blocking it with 3.
Mm-hmm.
Take 1.
Take 1 down, pass it around.
No reaction. And then Arsenal. Go here.
All right. Mine?
And draw back up. Yep.
Let's crack my Heartened Cross-Strap. Destroy Heartened Cross-Strap.
no.
The next attack action you play this turn costs 2 less. So, I will play a Drone of Brutality red for free.
Okay. That's good. Why are you so good? Why are you doing good things?
Why you do this?
Okay. Man, this blue sink below is a weird card, man.
It really is.
So you got 6 coming in here.
Yep.
Just big swings. You got no money? 2 cards?
2 cards.
1 in Arsenal?
1 in Arsenal.
Ah, come on.
It's a garbage can.
Come on. All right.
You got that Quicken token.
Yeah, I do. I'm gonna get quick. I'm gonna do no actual normal cards.
Reaction time.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on.
Yep. Here it comes. It's just a blue sink below coming your way. Don't worry about it.
I'm gonna play a yellow pummel from Arsenal. It cost me 2. So it's +3, and if it hits, you discard a card.
Can't have that.
It's a 9.
Can have it. 2. Is this resolve?
Yeah, sure.
Bottom.
Pray for rain.
So then this resolves. It goes down into the defense stack.
Mm-hmm.
And then I take 9 minus 2.
Currently.
7. Yeah, that's it.
And then you have to discard a card. Not random.
7. Hold on, let me do that first.
Yeah.
Woo. Not looking good.
You got used to playing against Rhino, and then Bravo came out, and he's just...
What's up?
I came to show you my muscles.
I'm gonna discard this sharpened steel, unfortunately.
He's just swinging, dude.
Yeah,
I love it.
Under.
Reviews Unplugged saying, will you be offering the bundles when you get more Welcome to Rathe and Arcane Rising booster boxes? Possible. Definitely not guaranteed. But you can sign up for the waitlist, and you'll be the first to know when those are back in stock. Waitlist is the way.
Show me the way. Okay. We're done. Did it all. I discarded my card. I'm going into the turn with 2. You feel cool about that? You like that?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. My turn. Sigil of Solace. I'm gonna gain 3.
That's an instant.
I can do it whenever.
Yeah.
And then that's it.
Excellent. I was hoping I would get you to not use your Quicken token last round.
You did it.
Yeah, success.
You did it.
Great success.
What do you do with all this opportunity?
That's hilarious.
Yeah, so the bundles, we got the bundles on the bundles with the promos and whatnot. That's it's all about whether or not we can get more promos. It's unlikely. So we're not going to do prepayment or anything like that. That'd be cool. Zill's Numir. That's a cool name. David, the bundles were just whatever 20% of MSRP times 2 is.
It was about 150.
It's probably the best deal in baseball, honestly. Yeah, reviews on Plug Sand, yeah, they went too quick. Those things sold out, I think, in like 2 minutes.
Immediately.
It was something we'd never seen anything quite like that before. So I guess that's kind of did that for a while, but nothing like this. Pass? So this is an interesting moment in Flesh and Blood. You know, this is where you just gotta take her easy.
Yeah.
You just gotta know that like it's gonna be okay.
I can keep trying to like slam, but I gotta be careful.
Turn around. I'm just like if anyone's in my situation where you're just getting beat up from the very beginning, which happens, it's fine. Take her easy. Think about how you're gonna switch the tempo of the game. I'm setting up some things in my arsenal. I'm trying to trim my hand.
Meanwhile, I need to just hold on to my lead. So here's what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
I'm going to play a yellow Stonewall Confidence. Cost me 2. Load the bottom of my deck with some of these beautiful reds. It has Go Again. Card you control with a cost 3 or greater get +3 defense while defending. At the beginning of my next turn, I destroy it. So I get a turn of yours where I get +3 to all my cards. Yeah, and you love to see it.
You love to see it.
And then
great time for that. Truly great time.
I'm just gonna put this in arsenal. So I had Go Again. So I could have like swung with my hammer or done a number of things. But I'm just building. I have the lead. I play a defensive card. And now I just need to not get behind. That's my goal. Got big defense here. Red Zone Rogue saying, hey, gents, just stopping by on my lunch break to say thank you for introducing so many new players to this excellent game. Always great to see y'all playing Flesh and Blood. Really appreciate that. We're happy to introduce people to this game. It's fantastic, and the publisher's great. So it's an honor.
Boy, this is a tough one. Look at you go. +3. Get out of town.
Hot Waters, really appreciate that. Jose saying, noob question, please don't attack me. We won't attack you, but is Monarch going to be labeled Unlimited or a first edition print? So the first print run of every set will be first edition, and then when they go to reprint it, whatever gets reprinted is going to be labeled as Unlimited.
This is so
really tough. Appreciate that, Han.
Oh, it's so tough.
You ever get stonewalled?
Oh, it's just like I was set up to do a great turn, but now it's just like, well, there's no way. I mean, they're not all going to be 3 cost or higher, right? You're a little, well, you got 50% in your discard is fitting the bill there. It's just a complete waste of time. I could get 1 card out of your hand. But I don't want to waste that Quicken token.
The free Go Again turn? Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, I don't want to Go Again into Stonewall Confidence. It's horrible.
I mean, does it give your Dawnblade Go Again?
Weapon attack or attack action card. And it's necessary. You can't choose to not do it. So I'm fast, but I'm just staring at you. I'm staring at you quickly.
He stared at me quickly.
But if I don't attack, again, you can continue to just sling 5 cards my way.
What you really don't want me having here is a full hand.
Yeah.
Because if Bravo gets a wide open shot at you.
Especially because you can discard cards, and if I'm holding a really good hand, that would be devastating. So let's do Dawnblade. We're going to generate 3. So one of them goes to the Dawnblade. So I've got 2 resources left. Quicken gets popped, so this is going to have Go Again. And you got a 3 damage attack coming in.
A 3, you say?
A 3. And all of your things are +3 armor. It's awful.
Yeah. I'm going to block with a yellow Barraging Bronhide. It's a 5 blocky. Look at my invisible shield.
You did it.
Stop that in its tracks.
Yeah. I do have go again here.
Necro saying, question, how does the card being discussed pop up on the left? Is that automatic or done by magic hands in the background? When I watched the Nightmare Before Christmas TCG video on YouTube, I thought it was done in editing, but as we're live now, obviously not. Yeah, our lead designer, Jonathan, built an amazing system. Him and Bryce are usually the ones in the background listening to what we say, and they have a way of making that pop when we want the cards to show up. And glad to know that it seems as magical as it seems to me.
You know what? So you're blocking for 5.
Yep.
I'm going to go ahead. I'm just going to have to not have a good turn, basically. I'm going to react with Iron Song.
Make it a 6.
Make it a 6.
I'll take 1.
All right. I realize I needed that to hit to get any amount of go again to work.
Yeah.
So now Dorinthia has that once per turn. When a weapon hits, I can attack an additional time with the weapon. So let's swing again. So this time coming in for 3. Now if this one hits, I get a +1 counter.
Can't have that. I won't put any cards in. You have a
Did
reaction.
you get that red
window.
sink below? Did you get that?
What?
That look. Perfect. Yeah, so I don't have any reactions to start.
Does it get +1 for anything?
Not yet, no.
I am going to play yellow sink below
All right.
for 3.
That's not a card that's buffed by Stonewall Confidence. I like that.
And then I will, is it good to resolve?
You're good.
I want to put this under and draw a card because that card got sank below. Okay.
Done.
Canceled it. It's a culture.
All right, let's get some cards.
Cards. All right, Stonewall Confidence gone. You ready for this?
I'm ready.
I don't think you're ready.
I'm ready.
I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm going to use Bravo's ability to generate 2. And then I'm going to use Goliath Gauntlet to give +2. You're like, oh, good. And then I'm going to spend another 3 to play from Arsenal, my Buckling Blow yellow. So it's 7, 8, 9, and if it deals 4 or more, I get to put a -1 armor counter on one of your pieces of armor. And it can only be blocked by 1 card from hand. Use your armor.
It's happening.
All of them.
You can have it all. So you're doing 9, so I would take 6 there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm playing a dangerous game here. So let me use an instant before I commit to this.
Joe saying, happy to catch a stream with some games finally under my belt. Thanks so much for the Iradex TC. I'm glad you got to try the game out. Hopefully you love it.
So I'm going to pop this Hope Merchants on the instant window here, destroy it, shuffle any number of cards into my deck, then draw that many cards. I just want to see what's in here before I commit, you know.
Jim asking, if you could pick only one character to use forever, which one would it be? Additionally, which character would you choose to never use? For me, I get the appeal. The never use is easy, Dadadol.
It's got to be Dadadol.
Because I don't know, it's just crazy.
You're either on it or you're not.
Yeah, it's kind of like The Last Jedi.
Yeah, right.
Either love it or hate it. There's no in between. One character that I am only using that character ever, because then you're stuck on that class.
Probably will end up. All right, give me that Merchant's Hood.
It's somewhere between Bravo and I keep wanting to say Kano, but it's not. Is it Kano? Kano's the wizard?
The wizard,
and
yeah.
Kano. I really like wizard. I think I was going to get weird in the right kind of ways. And then Shiana was really fun. I'm kind of, if I could play Shiana in full constructed, I might say her.
Okay. I need to think about this in a real way.
You're good. I'm just swinging big attacks. My life's easy right now.
Yes, you are.
I played Brute and Guardian. I had the least mentally taxing stream imaginable.
Okay, so
Don't you know? You're over there playing Ninja, trying to dance.
I'm putting these guys in.
You're putting all three.
All three. Yeah, this isn't a blow up if you block with it, right?
No.
If you defend, put a -1. Okay. So defend with 3. So I'm 6, taking 6.
Taking 6.
Woo!
I'll put a -1 armor counter on one of those.
Slap, slap, slap.
Because why not?
All right, all equipment is busted, but I got these. I got my boots.
My boots. Let's do this. Oh, this is a nice. The clear one is a nice.
All right, let's see if I was able to string this together. Okay. Here we go.
Diatrack saying that Bravo overlay made me chuckle. Do you have the Bravo that's got my face on it? John, give me a nod if you got that. Is that what that was? Yeah, okay. That's so funny. Of course I picked Bravo. Look at that. Someone made that, and whoever did is a genius. Hilarious.
Okay.
Jose, welcome, man. You're so welcome here.
Here we go. Kicking it off with your favorite and mine. No, wait, not yet. I already did it wrong. Kicking it off from the arsenal. From downtown, it's a warrior action. Iron Song Determination. Here's the moment, Zach.
I thought that card was glowing.
Let's see what's going to happen here. This is the super rare. Has go again. Target weapon. It's going to be Dawnblade. Gets +1.
Up in this business?
+1 and dominate until end of turn.
Dominate?
So we're just going to sit that in there. Just so we don't forget. Then we're going to play Dawnblade at +1. And we're going to generate... This is the question. Because you can't die. We're going to use the Potion of Strength here, the blue, to generate 1 for the Dawnblade swing. Here comes 4 damage.
George remarking on that Bravo saying, I can't even tell a difference. That's so good. All right, what's up?
4 damage, dominate, coming at you.
I don't like any of this. I feel like it's time for you to finally get yours. You know what I mean?
Don't you?
That's what I feel like is happening here. And I don't like it.
Yeah, it's time to start swinging back, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll take. How many is it?
4.
I'll take it.
All right.
One thing I learned about warriors: you just take damage. You don't put cards in because then they can reprise you to the ground.
That's the sneaky business.
That's what it took me like 2 or 3 games after you built that one deck, and then I was like, well, what happens if I just don't block? And it's like they can't do any of this stuff.
All right, pop the refraction bolters to give it go again. After
How many does it
hits,
do? 4?
And does 4, yeah. Okay. Second action, Enlightened Strike. As an additional cost. Oh, I didn't realize I had to put a thing from the hand on the bottom of the deck.
We got a reader.
That makes it better. Or worse, but more balanced.
Yeah, it makes it. I knew exactly what you meant.
This is crazy. Enlightened Strike, I'm going to give it go again. So it's a 5 damage go again swing here.
Is that it?
Mm-hmm. Just a 5-er. Hold on a second. Let me think harder.
Okay. Josh saying, Lordy, this unsleeved Enlightened Strike.
Oh, man.
I agree, Joe. He's saying when you and your opponent are both low on health, the tension between attacking and defending is very satisfying. That's one of the best parts of the game.
Boy, this is the question, isn't it?
You gotta know when to hold them. Know when to
I'll give it 5 and go again.
See, what I have to balance is like, is this the turn where I get dogpiled on, and then I go for it, or do I wait?
It is. I was having that turn every turn for the past 3, and I was getting that Stonewall confidence was so clutch. Oh man, if you had the heart rate meter or like
you saw that card just spikes, or like an angst meter.
Yeah, the angst meter needs
really
to come
pile it in there. All right, it's at a 5, you say?
Just a 5. It's got go again on it.
I think I can do better. You gotta know when to hold them. Know when to hold them. I'll block 3.
You did it.
Take 2.
Take 2. All right, go again. Coming in here, Dawnblade +1 for Iron Song Determination with Dominate. Costs me 1. Does not have go again. 3 damage attack coming at you.
4 damage.
4 damage. Thank you.
Yeah. I'll block with 3.
Okay. Got a reaction.
No.
Razor Reflex. I'm going to give a target sword +3.
So you're 7 minus 3. I take 4.
Mm-hmm.
Just like that.
And Dawnblade is going to get a +1 counter forever until I don't hit with it twice.
Until I block you.
Which is very likely. All right, there you go.
All right.
Dorinthia, back in the sword. Back in the swordle.
Mine?
Yeah.
We're going to go with a lowly 4 damage Anothos swing.
Quit that. Now we're getting into the slog here. Okay. All right. I get it. You can't just take it though, is the thing. You just can't. There's too much here. Big money, no whammies, if you ask me.
No one swings a hammer like Bravo.
Blocking for 3.
Take 1?
You got a reaction?
No.
Yeah.
Take 1?
Mm-hmm.
Put this in Arsenal. That is what that term was about.
All right, let's start with a Nature's Path Pilgrimage. Going to cost me 1. I'm going to generate with a Driving Blade. So I'm going to have 2 resources left. Nature's Path Pilgrimage yellow. Sorry, John, I keep not saying the colors. I know that that's happening. I apologize. For everybody who watches these streams, Zach and I not saying the colors is the sole reason that the wrong cards are going to be popping up on the screen.
Blame us.
So we always just default to red, and that's why it's not always perfect. It's us. It's not the production side. So Nature's Path yellow. My next weapons attack gets +2. And then if it hits, I get to drop 1 into the arsenal.
Okay.
Is it from my deck? I can't remember. You read
Top
my
card
cards
of your
for
deck.
me?
Reveal the top card of the deck. If it's an action card, put it face down into your arsenal.
And reveal surely means that.
It's reveal because you only get to put action cards in.
Yeah.
What's this? Your +2?
Yeah, it's the +2. You got to stick with the numbers game.
All right, go ahead.
Okay. Now, spend 1. Swing with Dawnblade. And it's currently, our powers combined.
6.
A 6 damage attack, that's right. And if it hits, I'll put 1 in the arsenal. Hopefully.
I cannot allow it. Let's make you bet. I'm not gonna put any cards in. You get a first reaction.
Oh, no. I'll take 6.
I'm gonna play Staunch Response.
What's that do?
It's blocked for 7.
All right, now it's happening. Historical Foresight. Target weapon is +2, so I'll just go up to 5. So we're at 8. If the defending hero has defended with a card from their hand, this chain link, draw a card and put it on the top or bottom of my deck. Good to resolve, or do you want to play on top of it?
You got it.
So I'm looking for an action card for Nature's Path Pilgrimage. If it's an action card, so this is a reaction, I'll put it at the bottom. Look at that warrior synergy.
Yep, and then I take 1, and then you get to reveal the top card of your deck, and if it's an action,
it's an action. Driving Blade. That's a beautiful action there. Red Driving Blade. Next weapon is +3 against Gogan. So I'll get to dump that in my arsenal, courtesy of Nature's Path Pilgrimage. Zach takes 1.
Did it.
Dawnblade keeps the +1 counter because it's still finding blood. And this goes to the bottom.
This is the question.
And then this is a great comment here from Jim Volan on Facebook. I love that Legend Story said they won't work on a digital Flesh and Blood as the game should be played in the flesh and blood. That's right. I honestly, I think they're positioned very well to fill a vacuum that is happening.
In the Flesh and Blood?
Yeah, it's just like, you know, it's more and more like Magic Arena and more of the digital card games are happening. I think for those of us who like, you know, to be around other humans. And I only am vaguely in that category, but for tabletop, it's exactly where I want to be.
Only vaguely.
These are the humans I want to be around.
You got your cards in your hand?
No, I'm not. Are you doing anything?
I'm going to take my turn.
So I'm done with my turn.
Right. Jose saying, was that a Photoshop of someone's face on the Bravo card? Yeah, I think someone put me on it.
Over to you.
I'm going to swing with my hammer for 4.
That's so good. Okay. Let's see. So
Four's the right
I have to
number.
block.
Yeah.
So let me do. So next turn. So I think it's gonna be this.
George saying no, that was an official Legend Story Studios alt art.
Block with 3.
Take 1.
Just whittling it away.
There it is.
Okay. Let's play a driving blade. And we're going to generate 3. So I've got 1 left over. Next weapon attack, it's +3 and gains go again.
Josh Areno, I'd up my subscription to 2 cases if that was the promo. Hey, you never know. That'd be pretty hilarious.
All right, then we don't know what the promo is. So who knows what it could be?
George saying it's the real reason TC picked up Flesh and Blood so early. They put Zach on a card. Joe saying Cold Foil Zach promo is triple cash sign on the secondary market.
Let's just all agree we don't need that.
I don't know. It would be hilarious.
I would love it. I'd collect all of them. All right, so +3 from Driving Blade. Go again from Driving Blade. 7 attack coming in at you. With go again. What are you going to do? Block?
Yeah. You have no resources open?
None open.
Okay, dokie. Let's do this. I'm going to play another Staunch Response.
Oh, come on.
For 2.
All right. Razor Reflex Red.
Again?
Dropping that yellow scar for a scar, unfortunately. I'm going to give it +3.
All right, so I take 3?
Take 3. And more importantly, it has now, once per turn effect is done. So we've got go again. We've got 1 left. Well, your favorite of mine, here comes a 4 damage Dawnblade swing. If it hits, it's a +1 counter.
Let's block with 5.
Okay.
I got to stop that. I finally got what I needed, but I just have to shut you down. End of my turn. Your turn.
All right.
This goes away, right?
It hit the first time. It just has to hit once. If any turn it doesn't hit, it loses all the tokens. It's like a momentum machine.
In that case, I'm going to flip my script. Because I thought I was getting rid of a token.
So
you were swinging for 4?
4, yeah.
So I'll block with 3, take
Okay.
1. And then on my turn, I'm going to swing with the hammer.
Oh, very nice.
With this. I thought if you had an attack that failed, you got rid of the token, period.
Well, good night, nurse. So let's do this.
Technically, this is
And that. And this and this. For 4, well, that would kill me. I hate to
be the bearer of your own bad news.
I think we're going to be in this pocket. 1, 2, 3. Block of 3. You've seen it. I've seen it.
Take 1. We inching. Can you not have a red Razor Reflex one time? Just one.
Just for you. All right, let's play a Warrior's Valor. Our next weapon attack is +3 and gains go again. Generate it with blue resources. Stroke of Foresight, not important.
Do you get another token from hitting the second time?
Only the second time. Oh, I did. Woo! Dawn Blade, more like Giant Blade. Next attack is +3.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the hits are coming now.
And you're at 2 health. You took your health die.
I do that constantly. Put it over here where I can't possibly do that again. Then we'll pay 1 to swing with Big Blade. 8 damage coming at you. With go again, if it hits.
If it hits.
Mm-hmm. Who's laughing now? Who's laughing now? David Geronimo asking, how can I get the Scar for a Scar promo? There is no way to get that Scar for a Scar promo anymore. At least not, certainly not currently. It was only available in the subscription service for Crucible of War. All of these promos that we're sending out in the subscription service will only be available or exclusively available through the subscription service. I'm not gonna say that maybe 10 years from now there might be a promo that floats out of our office or something. We've got a few that are just kind of floating around, but
not many.
Not many. And the only way to guarantee that you get those is through the subscription service. And we do that to protect their value, right? So it's the same as any collectible game. It's the same reason you don't reprint cards. Because we love our subscribers.
Ugh.
Dude, this deck is nothing but heat. I got like that Enlightened Strike in the Iron Song.
Mm-hmm.
I pulled the goods.
If I do that.
Timbaland Bravo has great plans until punched in the mouth. Mike Tyson.
I think that's the way to do it. All right, I'll block for 6.
And I'm at 8.
Mm-hmm.
+2.
You're at 10?
Mm-hmm. Oh, no, he did it.
I'm going to pay 2 for a Staunch Response Blue. I'm blocking for 11.
Ugh. Got greedy. Should have just took the thing, swung again.
Pass.
I do have go again, which I can do nothing with.
Your turn again. Ah!
All right. Let's keep the hits coming. Okay.
And you didn't get any hits that round, right?
No.
Does that?
Yeah.
Now that goes away?
They're all gone. That was terrifying. Dawn Blade was staunch responsed.
George, got him.
He's too strong. Okay. How am I going to do this now? Well, we're definitely going to do this. We're definitely going to do that. We're going to do that with this. So, yeah. Okay. Here we go. Stack them up. Let's go with a Warrior's Valor, yellow. Gonna generate the money with a blue wounding blow. Cost me 1, so +2, and if it hits, go again to the next sword.
Devil. Hey, fun. What up? Saying long time lurker, first time I've caught your stream live, and even on Flesh and Blood Day. Really excited for this game. Been watching your videos and tournaments nonstop. That's awesome.
Sharpened Steel, next weapon attack is +1.
He's all in. We're in the end game now.
Swing with Dawn Blade for 6.
And if it hits, go again?
Yeah. Need those heart rate meters. You might just... I've got like 3 turns left. I'm just punching a barn door here.
Yeah. A barn door.
You're not playing any cards. You got like 1,000 cards left.
I'm not that stacked. I think this is the way.
Swing with that stupid hammer.
Do you have another +3 in hand?
Well,
my. I'm gonna have to take the risk. Black for 6.
Hits. For you. Arsenal in.
That's what I thought.
Going under.
All right, I gotta clear my arsenal because this is the wrong card.
Yeah, sometimes that happens.
All right, you ready?
I hate this. Yeah.
I'm gonna play a red barraging Bronhide. If it's defended with less than 2 non-equipment cards, so you have to block with at least 2, or it gets +1. So good luck with that.
And it's 7.
Mm-hmm. You have 2 health left. For those counting at home.
That's interesting.
What up, Angels? You're welcome. Glad you're here.
7. 7, he says.
A lot of new players in the chat. That's awesome. You guys are all welcome. If you have any questions, let us know. How you doing over there, Jonathan? We have to be able to cut to their shot, by the way.
7, man. 7 is the wrong
Good to see you,
number. And it goes to 8 if I don't block with 2 cards.
It's all bad.
Ugh. Okay, I got to block with this Biting Blade for 3. Reactions?
Give me the attack. Give me the defense reaction.
Unmovable.
Oh, yes, yes.
Block him with 8.
You got it, man.
My turn?
Tasty. Yeah, let me draw my hand.
Time snap.
Oh, get out of here. I should have waited. I think I might have finally done it.
Why do I got all these blue cards under here? Let's have Angels.
Yeah, that's the India
so
welcome.
It needs to happen now.
Immediately.
String this thing together. Just don't swing.
I'm going to swing. It's going to be glorious.
Let me tell you something.
One short of like true glory. But it's fine. I think I can still just win. I'm going to generate 2 here. Triggers ability.
What does that one do?
Dominate.
Oh, cool.
Only block with a single card. Then I'm going to play red Raging Onslaught. Cost me 3, so I still have 1 floating. It's a 7, but you can only block with 1 card from hand. So unless you have some defense reactions in Arsenal, it's a sealed deal.
Nope.
My goodness.
It's done.
So it's
a great one, man.
That was really good. Because I was ahead, and then you caught back up, and then I just couldn't finish
it. That big block turn was so good.
The aura, the stone wall.
So good, yeah.
Yeah, that was super good. So I had a 4-cost or a 3-cost under, and basically I needed to be able to use his action and play this. So I just needed 5 resources after I block. And you kept making me put just enough in, so I was like, well, I guess I'll swing with a hammer because that's the only thing I have left to do. And I kept like almost not swinging with a hammer and keeping a blue in my hand. I had that a lot. I had down to 1 blue. I was like, but if I don't send something at him, he's gonna have a full hand.
Yeah.
So like I had to keep just poking to try to get cards out. And literally as I was playing cards, I was putting the resources I needed on the bottom. And I literally spent my thing 1 turn early. Because I drew this is what I've been loading the bottom of my deck up with over and over and over.
It's so fascinating because some of these heroes, like you look at some of the classes, and if they draw it out to the late game, they have a clear advantage. Katsu's one of those because you can always just pitch, do 2 attacks, it goes to the bottom, draw it, pitch, do 2 attacks. Bravo's similar, where it's like Dorinthia, I'm just really at a certain point doing a 3 damage attack and you just block it and move on.
Yeah.
Whereas like if you get enough resources, you can just do a big hammer swing every time, and it's awesome. That teeter totter was incredible.
He can also just he's obviously good in the late game. If I get down to 2 or 3, he can dominate an attack in, and you have to have a defense reaction in Arsenal to even have a chance at stopping his big attacks. But that obviously makes your offensive turns way weaker.
Yeah.
Like even in constructed, that's the thing.
Yeah, 100%. Good question here on Roll. He's saying, why not pitch Time Snap for Valor? So if you look at the what my situation was here, I was holding this card in hand whenever I went into this. So I had to block with everything, and I was left with Time Snap. So I could pitch this, play Valor, and do a 4 damage attack. My thinking was that I've got 6 cards left, so I've got 1 good turn remaining. And I don't think that this 4 damage attack does anything to you. Like, I think you have 3 health, so you put 1 into that, and then you move on.
I had a spare card, so I could have blocked with a 3 easy.
I think the better option is Time Snap and trying to draw. I just wasn't paying attention to the bottom.
Yeah.
Trying to draw into, for instance, a Wounding Blow that has now essentially go again, into a Scar for a Scar, go again, into a Dawn Blade attack.
Yeah.
So that was I felt like my only out was stacking up a few more attacks before I was run out of cards. But what a game.
That was good flesh and blood. It's good to be back, and playing sealed it's just a reminder of the fundies of this game.
How good is it, man? You want to put this in Enlightened Strike and something fancy?
Yeah, so my next step, basically going through the commons, I'm just going to put in a pile and eventually send those to someone who's interested in trying the game. But if you want to scan through and get the non-commons out, that's where we'll start.
What a beautiful card.
Yeah, that Enlightened Strike. I'm glad we got. So I bought a case of Unlimited so that we could do sealed, but also the things I'm looking for are the specializations for my Shiana deck, and then cards like Enlightened Strike that we need. And then, of course, like more potions is always a party because
you gotta love the potions.
We're gonna eventually have a bunch of constructed decks built and need. Oh, also foils are worth keeping.
Tafan asked if you had 1 or 2 questions above. Would really appreciate it. Also, Roll, yeah. So if you hit, you do potentially get 2 cards out of Zach's deck. The problem is literally you had 7 cards I think left.
Yeah, 7 or 8.
I had 6 cards left. If I don't do something to change that math fundamentally, Zach can block for the rest of the game. I have to block him for the rest of the game. Then you swing with the hammer.
Well, my hammer is way worse.
Your hammer is way better than Dawn Blade at the end with no cards supporting it.
Yeah.
Way better.
Because it's a 4. So most of your cards aren't going to block all the damage, as opposed to my hammer is a 40 or 3. So your 3 I can block with a single card. You can't block my 4.
That's right. So at that point, you get to where you're holding 1 card to block, and then you can block my 3. I can't block your 4. So you're 1 or 2 points ahead over the course of the game.
Yeah.
It just gets really interesting at the end. You got to consider a bunch of different stuff. So Tafan saying, let's say that player A plays an attack action. Player B does not play a defense card. First priority goes to player A. But then can player B play defense reactions if player A does not play attack reactions? Yes.
You both get the opportunity. And if you defensive reaction, the offensive player gets a chance to react again. So like we can just mimic it.
Yeah, this is something that's worth.
So like if I swing with a hammer, then I'm the active player right now. Then Steven gets to put cards into block with.
So let's say I just want to block with this and put 3 in.
Yeah. So I have an Othos. He has the blue sharpened steel blocking for 3. Then I get attack reactions. And so if I play an attack reaction, it goes into the queue, but then that can actually be reacted to.
Right.
So you could play defense reactions on top of this before it's resolved.
Yeah.
But let's say he passes. So then it resolves and it goes into the stack. Basically, it like enters the whatever's going, resolution happens. Then I can play another attack reaction.
The window opens back up.
Yeah, I can play another attack reaction. And that's going to keep going. And then when I pass, eventually, then Steven gets a chance to play a defense reaction. And then obviously I get a chance and so on and so forth.
Yeah, so basically think about it like, if you think about it, these would be attack reactions and we'll just do these as defense reactions. So like any reaction card, it's a classic stack, right? So Zach gets a chance to say he plays an attack reaction. I can either play a defense reaction or I can pass. Let's say I pass, this resolves, this window opens back up. Zach can play an attack reaction again. At this point, maybe I respond to that one with a defense reaction. Then let's say he responds to that with an attack reaction. Then I pass. Then this resolves. Ding! Going back in. Zach has a priority. No, this resolves. No, this resolves. So it's just like...
but then each time something resolves, we both get another chance, right?
The window opens back up, yeah. So I think Skytier does it the exact same way if I'm doing that correctly. We've never really had to resolve it in a super complex way. So, you know, the fundamentals of it over time, I think we're going to master a lot better because we're going to have weird situations where we have to actually figure out how does this work. But the long and short of it is you can, after somebody plays a reaction, you can either play a reaction that's going to resolve before their reaction resolves, or you can let their reaction resolve and then play one into the fresh stack. That's kind of those are your options. And most of the time, practically what that looks like is an attack reaction gets played, and if you want a defense reaction to happen before that attack reaction resolves for whatever reason, then you want to play it on top. Otherwise, the attack reaction resolves, window opens back up, then you play your defense reaction. So it kind of, if you just, I know that it's really nice, and I really appreciate, there's a bunch of good timing charts out there that you can look at. There's good stuff in the rule book. I think there's even an FAQ that has happened at some point. But it's really nice to master, but also if you're just starting out in the game, it's pretty easy to just feel like you can react more or less at any time during the reaction window.
I think the only things that really matter about it are if you need something to enter the queue basically before your opponent's resolution. Like if there's a card that you need to get a reaction in before it resolves, like there might be a card that says your opponent can't play defense reactions.
Sure.
And so you need to respond to it now so that it resolves before that part of the queue resolves. Then once it resolves, it's stuck in there, right?
Yeah.
But there's very few of those. And then the other thing is basically the timing. If both people pass, you're done. If both people pass and everything's resolved, you're done.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're trying to sneak something by, like if you're trying to wait till the last minute to do something, if I'm on offense, I can't pass priority to Steven. Then he passes, then I go, actually, no, I'm going to play this card.
At that point, it's done.
It's done. But if he does play something into it, it opens back up, and I'm going to get that chance, basically, to get back in there.
Yeah, basically, anytime new information is introduced to the stack, your opponent has a chance to do something. If you have a chance to do something, your opponent has a chance to do something. And that's true with all the priority windows in the game. Like if you play an instant, it's the same kind of thing. I can respond with an instant in the same window if I'm remember my charts right. Ryan's also got this. It's important to remember also that priority doesn't pass automatically. So if you play something, you get priority back, and then you pass the other player, which is the first pass. So you can do attack reaction, attack reaction, attack reaction, attack reaction. Then you pass, and then it goes to the opponent, and they can play.
Ryan has it here. He's saying the biggest place where this matters is actually reprise, because you need their reaction to resolve and to be added before you can actually turn reprise on if they didn't block with a card from their hand.
That's correct. So like if you do an attack reaction and I respond with a reprise card, when this resolves, you have not actually resolved a defense card yet, so reprise doesn't trigger. So I need to say, you pass this, I pass this. This resolves, now it opens back up. Zach passes, I play this. Reprise now triggers because there's a defense card that's been in your stack.
Yeah, totally.
All right, I think that makes sense.
All right, if you didn't catch it earlier, buy my book. Just kidding. We have a subscription service for Flesh and Blood. You sign up, you don't pay anything now. You automatically get all the future releases that are coming out by the box. Every box comes with an exclusive promo. You don't get charged till about 2 weeks before it actually comes out. So Monarch's due out in March. If you missed the unlimited bundles and boxes on our website, there's a wait list on our website for all that. We are expecting more ARC, Crucible of War, and at some point, Welcome to Rathe as well. Unlikely we get more of the bundles with the cold foil weapon promos for pre-order, but you can sign up for that wait list just in case. And if you have any other questions, you can text us. That number is going to pop.
You sure can.
And
Jonathan, I see him over there. He scrambled to the keyboard.
I'm telling you, if I could flip a little switch before I just try to catch them off guard.
He's got
but you can text us, and just like when we're in chat, we're happy to answer questions whenever we can. We obviously don't do that while we're live, but Steve and I are responding all the time to that. So if you're new to the game, this is a fantastic community, fantastic game. We're happy to have you here. And we'll be back next week with some more Flesh and Blood.
And a huge welcome to everybody who's getting in for the first time with Unlimited. This is a great time to join. It's a great time to go over the holidays, and then we got Monarch coming in at the early next year, and this thing's cranking.
That's right.
We're just happy to have you all here, and thanks for being here. I guess I should click the buttons now, huh?
You don't have to. We can be here awkwardly. I was really convincing in my pitch, right?
All right. Well, thank you again, everybody. Subscriptions are just better than pre-orders, and you get exclusive promos, and it's 20% off.
I like that tagline. Subscriptions just better than pre-orders.
Just better than pre-orders.
It's the truth. Stay safe.
Bye, guys.